There we go. Hello, welcome to another stream. It never ends, does it? Yeah, this is the Treehouse Live, no facecam today, none of that nonsense, because I can't really be bothered. You know, I did the big thing yesterday. This'll just be some gameplay. I go through, I say, oh, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Yeah, that's about it, really. Should be a fun sauce time, you know, where we're gonna see some cool stuff. I think I thought this whole thing would be just on the one game, but then ends up that it's actually split between multiple different things. Like I think it starts off with Mario Kart, and then it shows off some of the Donkey Kong thing, which is, you know, quite exciting. So yeah, we'll get into that shortly. I'm just quickly tossing links in the usual locations that I do, and then begin time. I'm really sorry for it. I would have put on background music, but this portion will be incredibly short-lived, and then we will be fully into watching the Treehouse. So, hooray! I wasn't fully convinced on watching this, but because Mario Kart stuff does show up, I'd rather not watch the Mario Kart Direct and then not at least know the Mario Kart thing. So, I might not watch all of this, but at the very least, I am going to watch I am gonna watch what is relevant to me. So, can we get to bid on, like, fucking Fire Emblem enhancements? Yeah, none of that. Okay. Oh, whoops, and we've skipped well ahead into gameplay. Damn. Yeah, as you can tell, this is quite an impromptu. Again, I wasn't too, fixated on making sure I had watched this. Man, do they, like, really just leave it for this long with nothing? There we go. Okay. Alright, this guy, I like his hair. He's got great hair. This guy, he doesn't have great hair because he's bald. Okay. There we go.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Nintendo Treehouse Live, Nintendo Switch 2. I am Demetrius, and I'm joined here with Sam and Kendra. And this is Mario Kart World. All right.
That guy's name is
I'm so
Sam.
excited. So, all right, Sam, why don't we talk about what we're going to be doing here?
Yeah, so this is Mario Kart World. And as the name implies, there is a whole new world of
Oh, okay, right. So, cast, we've got Mario, of course, Luigi, Peach, Daisy, Yoshi. Yoshi, he's looking weird. I gotta be honest. Like, that, I don't know. He's just looking a bit weird. Like, they've definitely gone for the kind of Mario Bros. Wonder closer look to the 2D art kind of style when it comes to 3D models here, which is really evident in, like, Waluigi. He's got his stupid, really, really tiny pupils you see in the art. If this indicates how many screens there are, then that is 3x4, 12. 12? Press right. If we get a whole another batch of 12, then we're sitting at 24. 36. That's seeming a bit too extreme. You know? Because after only looking at 3, we're looking at 36 different people on the roster. Jump over that again. Another 12. God, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 12. 70, 84. That's 84 different characters. I do not think we'll be getting 84, so we'll see how they select a character here.
And as such, we're not going to be able to get into super deep detail into everything today. As you saw in the Direct yesterday, there is a dedicated Mario Kart World Direct that will give us the deep dive information in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned.
Look at all the little dance.
But for right now, this is really just going to be a first look. And today we're going to be jumping into the Grand Prix and show you the new flow for how Grand Prix works.
Yes, the Grand Prix, I am interested in seeing that.
We're starting out on the character select screen.
Don't go Mario, that's boring.
Highlight some of the cool animations that we're looking
It's
at.
so great. Got that little.
Yeah, I'm really digging the little dance.
Yeah.
On the topic of characters, we can just about see the side of Birdo here, and what I'm assuming is Bowser Jr. Maybe. Nah, that leg isn't Bowser Jr.'s. Lakitu?
Earlier you had it on Toad, who
Okay,
you
yeah,
could
we'll
just
go back to
again.
Toad.
Yeah,
He's fucking
that's
puny.
fun.
Like, I love him. I love this tiny little boy. Oh, yes. Look, that is my handsome lad. He is... Look, that is stunning, alright? That is... Take a screenshot of that for later. Oh, that's a stunning man right there. Very beautiful, very powerful.
He's ready to throw down.
Okay, so but for this here, we're gonna stick with Mario.
Yes.
Boring. Snow.
Distraction.
And then this I thought might be the case. They have erased cart customization. I honestly think that's a good thing. With the cart customization, every time you want to play with other people, you'd have to wait for them to slowly, like, randomly click together their cart, which was annoying. Truth be told, very annoying.
We could see that we've got these fully formed vehicles now. We're no longer selecting individual cart parts like we were in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
And also in 7.
Details, so you can still get your
We've still got this kind of nonsense.
And we've got some really cool vehicles. One of my favorites here is Charge and Truck.
Such a good one.
Yeah.
I like Charge and Chuck,
And
ain't that
Baby Blooper.
funny?
And the baby blooper, yeah. For right now, I'm gonna roll with the standard card.
Jesus, alright. Be the most boring you can be. And here we go. Here's the interesting thing right here. Fucking... I am really digging the tracks we've seen so far and, like, everything that seems to be happening. Like, right here, Koopa Troopa Beach. It's like they take the N64 one, but they've really changed up the styles of it. Additionally, if we actually look, the trophies are back. Signifying if you've got first place in the overall tournament. And the 3 stars, I think, then represent getting first place in each race. So that is still a mechanic in this game, which I'm quite happy to see. Sort of. It's horrible for me, because it means that I'm going to have to go through extra work to 100% the game, but, you know. Part of me does like a challenge. Now, as for these 4, Mario Bros. Circuit, if you look here, we're seeing the big ring part. I don't see any switch-ons or switch-offs for zero gravity. Like, some of the road turns get pretty fucking, you know, weird here, but we're not seeing zero gravity. There's a part in the trailer where, like, Mario was flipping off the walls. I really do think they've done away with zero gravity, which is going to be interesting for if they bring back any Mario Kart 8 tracks. Whistle Top Summit? Like, some of these just really do seem like they've taken existing things from previous games and just really built on them. Like, Whistle Top is really reminding me instantly of Calamari Desert. You know, it's set in the deserty type region, and it's got the train, but they've just expanded on it, expanded on the size. Like, that's got the split and pathways and everything.
And we're gonna do the Mushroom Cup. You can see we've got 4 brand new courses here on Mario Brothers Circuit.
Also, looking at the cups here, the backgrounds kind of signify where the locations seem to take place. Because we have a more basic desert here, which is probably where the Fire Cup takes place. You have the kind of more rocky terrain type desert, which is where this is taking place. It doesn't exclusively mean that all tracks will fit that theme, but it's the type of thing where some of them are fitting that theme. So, like here, this is a very snow type one, but it won't all be snow. Water type one, which means we'll definitely see this guy, but once again, you know, it changes.
DK spaceport. And then on the map, you could see that these courses are actually connected in a physical world, and we are going to drive between them in the Grand Prix flow. But we'll show a little bit more of that later. So let's do
50cc, 100cc, and 150cc. Now, this might not mean that 200cc is entirely gone, because from my memory, 200cc was added in a post-launch update to Mario Kart 8, but I am interested in the fact that we are missing Mirror Mode. Mirror Mode was always a really weird addition to me, and I wasn't too fond of it, so honestly, I'm not too saddened to see it go. Focusing in on 50, 100, and 150, and then maybe to adding in 200 later for the nut jobs, that's fine by me.
Mushroom Cup, and we're going to go with 100cc, take it a little bit slower so that we can take in more of the details.
Absolutely.
So, Dino Jungle seems to be down there. This is your, I don't know, Safari type one? That's neat. This guy's looking weird. This guy's... What do you look like? I don't know. I think Shy Guy Bazaar might be knocking about somewhere, like, here. I think that might be it there. Interesting.
That's kind of the idea, you know? All of this is...
Okay, that was quite quick loading time. That wasn't too bad. We've got Flight Ramp. We've instantly... I can see a Flight Ramp. Flight has already been shown off to return to this game, but... yeah, even tracks not designed entirely around it will still have parts of it, which I like.
Alright, we're going to be starting at Mario Brothers Circuit.
Yeah, so when you select a cup, you get this...
Ooh, little introductory animation. There's Waluigi again. I can spot the man from miles away. I like how they've added all the Piantas knocking about. I've missed them. They're funny little guys.
Flyover of the courses that you're going to be racing on.
And this guy, look at all these twisty-turny fucking things.
Yeah.
Look at that. Then, like, the big train mountain. It's very interesting.
I'm already seeing new ways to go.
And then you've got this one, which is like, how do you fucking come up with that? Like, yeah, sure, let's mix Donkey Kong with space, and you can see actual barrels getting shot out. Oh, that is going to be a fun one, I think.
The more you play these courses, the more details that you'll notice on the
Yeah.
periphery of different routes and different things that you can do.
I love all the little details and the little signs.
All right.
Oh, look at him go. Okay, we've got the fish. You can fucking drive as the basic bitch fish. God, I gotta love it. Dry Bones is also still in the game. I saw some people got worried about that, but he is still fine. The Koi we saw before, Goomba we saw before. Gotta love that. Some of them, notably Toadette here and Toad, seem to be in... Also, is that the highest this can go? No, we can get to 4K. Get it to 4K.
All right.
If not for the recording quality here, then at the very least I can see it at a higher quality, so I can be more accurate with my predictions. Yeah, these two seem to be in outfits, as does Baby Rosaline at the front there, so outfits are randomly chosen.
Yeah. And we could see...
Mario's ready. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Sam?
I hope so.
And as Sam gets ready here, he's getting ready to start. You notice that there are 24 races.
So yeah, 24 races, there is still very much the initial boost at the start races mechanic. You do get a mini-map, though I expect this will change based off of if you're driving between locations.
As well.
Yeah, 24 racers on the starting grid. And if you think about Mario Kart as like a mathematical formula for potential chaos,
Drove past Baby Rosalina there. Yeah, you've got these rail things, which seem to be one of the big, maybe not new gimmicks, but new interesting ways to go about the place. You've gotten rid of zero gravity, which I did quite like. You know, it led to some very interesting twisty-turny tracks. I think Big Blue, and more specifically Mute City, were the two like gold standards of this, but, you know, they were kind of the DLC ones. You'd hope that by that point they'd have learned how to do that really well. But yeah, this should be fun.
Of racers to 24 is a very significant variable in increasing that chaos.
And that's what we need.
Yes,
We need
yes,
that chaos.
absolutely.
That's what makes it so good. You never know what's gonna happen.
All right. There we go.
nice.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if that was supposed to happen, but yeah, ball bombs, whenever you slide and hit someone like that, no longer damage you. That is very, very interesting. Wow, okay. Because that was one of the big annoyances I had with them in the past, and like using them was just because they were so risky and too hard to really get right. So I think that might be an oversimplification, but sure, yeah.
That was clutch.
Right into second place. All right. Oh,
That
oh,
coin, yep.
Got a battle here, though.
So coins are back. Will they have the 10 coin limit?
Timed that well.
So lucky there.
Oh, hang on. I saw some weirdness there. Okay, yeah, I should have been actually paying more attention to this, because this is a gold way to see. Okay, right. Let's go back a couple frames, please. I know some of these we have seen in the trailer. So it starts off both immediately on coins. I think that's the soonest thing that appears, right? No. This. Okay. Golden shell. Intriguing. Okay, Blue Shell has returned. It is it's an iconic part of Mario Kart at this point. Of course you're gonna have it. The Boo is also back, probably working like it, where it steals an item and makes a player invincible for a short period of time. Well, invincible, yeah. I don't know, yeah, things just go through you. Invisible, vincible. The Golden Shell is a new thing to the series. I'm gonna guess this is based off of New Super Mario Bros. 2. Where whenever you throw it, it ejects coins behind it. There seems to be multiple different coin items, because there's also the question mark block coming up, which spewed coins out in the trailer, so I can only imagine that coins here might actually have a bigger role to play. This is the Kamek item we've already seen in the past. I have no clue what it could possibly do. Going off of Kamek and what he's able to do in other games, it could be a random thing, maybe he makes a player bigger, maybe he makes everyone else smaller, because he's done both of those in the past. Maybe he turns your car into flip-flops as a reference to Sticker Star. Who the fuck knows? Certainly not me. Following that, both then go on to Coin, which I think is interesting that they simultaneously hit that. Probably just a random chance type of thing, but yeah, Coin is back as an item. That's good, because it does balance the game. Thunder is back. I think we saw this in the trailer. No one really cares for Thunder, and I don't blame them, because it's a bit eh. But hey, it's interesting to have. Following that, also, we have the question mark block, as I mentioned, that spews out coins all over the track. I think that might be an item from Tor. A good chunk of these are likely from Tor. Like, the Ice Flower, I think, was in Tor. but the boomerang flower was from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Ice flower, I think that freezes them, makes them like slide and skid over the place. So unlike other things that like hit you and it slows you down, this one can give you a boost, but it all depends on which way you're driving. Because if you're frozen and like careening straight forward into an edge, then it can be really devastating. So I like it in that way for how much extra strategy it can add. Following that, we see the return of the Mega Mushroom. I forget if this item was in Tour or not because I never played Tour. I am literally just going off of gameplay footage I've seen from other people talking about Tour. Oh, hey, is that Toad in a Captain Toad outfit? Maybe? Interesting. Yeah, the Mega Mushroom, it was in Mario Kart Wii. People didn't really like it because it just made you bigger, but I think now it works as a you get hit once, you shrink back down kind of thing. Or maybe that's how it works in Tour. It's something like that. It's something like that. There's a new functionality. The blooper has returned, much to everyone's dismay. I fucking hate the blooper. Coin, okay, yeah, the coin thing was a fluke. Coin, good for balance, and the mushroom is, of course, a good item for going fast. The golden mushroom, I've seen a lot of people turn on nowadays, and I have to agree. It just, when you get it, you can't just want to spam it. You know, there's no real good way of using it, and it's a really bad thing to get if you're in last place on, like, Rainbow Road, because that's, of course, where you need precision. In that situation, you need the bullet bill, which I doubt we'll see here, but is an item in the game. Banana peel, of course, classic Mario Kart, been in there since the start. I know, it cycled back to that. No, sorry, that's new, This was not the question mark block when we saw the comic thing. Hammer, we've seen this. The Hammer Bro was using it, so this might not be a character exclusive. That was a weird prediction to throw out there, considering the number of characters. Yeah, I don't know, it seems like an alright enough item. Nothing really to say. Kamek thing again, Boo thing, Golden that again. The Cape Feather makes a return in the base game. Very interesting, very interesting. Considering how much terrain there is to explore and, you know, make your way from point A to point B, I suppose it makes sense to give players that additional vertical just vertical ability, but yeah, weird. The star makes its return. We actually saw, I think, Rosalina holding onto that in the box art for the game. It'll probably make the player invincible. Bullet Bill returns, seems to do the same as always. Triple Banana Peel. Don't know if that'll be a trail behind you or three around you. Same goes for the mushrooms. That will work the same. Bob-omb, we just saw, it can be dragged behind the player and doesn't seem to actually affect the player now. Maybe once you've thrown it, it will, but I find that quite interesting. Rocky Wrench, as I spotted on the box art, is in fact here. And now that Toad's been moved a bit, we can still very clearly see that that is a little captain's hat, so... But even then, that's not how Captain Toad dresses. He's got, like, the headlamp. Very weird. Triple Shell, again, can't really tell how that's gonna work. Golden Shell, again, can't tell how that's gonna work. Star and Bullet Bill, Coin and Bullet Bill, Blooper Cape. Okay, I think we might have gotten to the point of, nothing new. Yes? Yeah, okay, we're fine. Oh, someone just threw a golden shell. Look at that, folks. I think I might have been bang on the money with my prediction. Golden shell spits a bunch of coins out. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It goes above 10.
And one thing I want to say, too, is you'll note the way the bomb is behind Mario. It's actually being held there without Sam having to hold down a button.
Correct.
Oh.
Correct.
New thing
Yeah.
to this game, and it's very helpful, I will say.
But does that mean it automatically gets deployed? Because one thing of Mario Kart, the previous one, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, was there some strategy to when you'd yank that thing out. So now forcing a player to always have it out, that does change the balance a wee bit. That does change things. So interesting. Very interesting. Very powerful.
Yeah, items automatically assume that defensive position. You no longer have to hold the button down.
Automatically do, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Oh,
smart.
see, now
Yes.
you're gonna lose all your...
Okay.
Flipped onto the wall there.
A couple of new things there.
Yes.
A couple of new things there. So there was a brief rail ride into a wall ride.
Boo still steals an item.
Yeah, that was
And
awesome.
the blue shell missed you there, so you were...
I didn't even...
Also, one thing I'm going to say about the character roster is I've noticed most of them are stage hazards. Most of the new additions that weren't specifically, like, from Tour, so, like, full-on new additions, were stage hazards. The Moo Moo Meadows Cow was a stage hazard. The Goombas? Goombas was a stage hazard. Of course, they're also a famous Mario anime, but still. Rocky wrenches, specifically, stage hazard. Pokies, stage hazard. There's a pattern to it. So I think boos, were they a stage hazard or just a stage detail in 8 Deluxe's Boo Lake? I don't know, but what I do know is that the scary fish were also a stage hazard.
Notice that. I was so focused on doing other things. So you'll notice the first time I took this lap, I took a slightly different route here. And now you can see my vehicle, you don't have those like gliders that you had in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now your vehicle's got
little wings.
Yes, sprouts wings.
Yeah, you'll also notice that despite the fact this is the first track, we are driving a very different way to what we've seen in previous trailers. So, yeah, if it wasn't obvious already, there's going to be multiple different track layouts depending on whenever you hit a track.
I also appreciate your defensive strategy here, Sam, of like hanging on to your items.
Yeah.
You're just like, I'm hanging on to this
I just
in case.
Well, I'll hang on to this for a little while.
It's
So I'm
different
riding on this
strategies,
rail
right?
now, and this is something that's new. You can see that I can build up boosts just like I could, just like you can when you're
Boom.
drifting. Yeah, I'll
Oh,
do
it's
that again.
satisfying. That's
Yeah,
so
it's really,
satisfying.
It seems to be a
fun do.
simplified version
So
of
if you think
drifting.
about, like in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you had those,
Okay, before the Thunder Strike happened... Oh! Okay, two interesting things about that. First of all, the coin limit is now 20, so it's just been doubled. Additionally, you only lost 1 coin for getting hit there.
raining.
You were quite ahead in first, but
And yeah, it started raining.
looks like everyone's
I
starting to
love
catch
this
up.
detail. You could see how Mario's hat gets wet.
Yeah, Mario's hat is very damp, as they're pointing out. The rain is looking really detailed. Everything's looking, like, slimy, like it is covered in it. So that's
Yeah,
very
it's,
well done.
The course is getting
Yep.
completely wet too. It's changing the way it looks, so it's awesome.
Okay, I've got a little bit of a lead here, so I'll finish with a little flourish.
Look at that.
Oh, look at you.
Boom.
Ooh, that was
Good
fantastic.
job.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you. I'm proud of that.
So even though you are going to be
And
driving
Mario's
from one
wing
race to the
with the crown
next...
On top of the hat. We got 2 hats
15.
going on.
Okay, yeah, it's still the same kind of point system.
Well, that's this could be a very temporary state, so please no early
The
congratulations.
crown has a shine sprite on it. It's got a little globe and a shine sprite. There's a lot of Mario Sunshine iconography in this game, I've noticed, because they brought back the Piantas not only as a playable character, but also as something knocking about the stages. The shine sprite here, the Mario Sunshine-inspired outfit for Mario. There's a lot of Mario Sunshine here. Could we see a Delfino Plaza, or at the very least, that one track we've seen before? The Delfino Square return? I could see that happening. I don't think Nintendo's revealed all the heavy hitters yet. For example, Toad Factory has not been properly shown off. So, in the next Direct, in terms of Nitro tracks, retro tracks, whatever you want to call them, I think a Mario Sunshine thing is very possible to show up. Could be Delfino Square, or it could be a brand new one inspired by Delfino Plaza itself.
I just get so excited.
Next race, I was worried that whenever you finish a race, it would like literally be the next second you start driving, so I'm happy that you get still a bit of a break, a bit of a celebratory. Look at him go.
So good.
All right, next race.
All right, so
And the
get on to
replays are
next
still there.
race, And as you can see here, yeah, it's drawing our path.
Oh,
to Crown
also,
City,
Toad...
and that's because, well,
Let me go back there, you little scoundrels.
and as you can
That, to me, might be Toad's Factory, maybe. I'm not familiar enough with Toad's Factory, but I'm aware that it's surrounded by muck. And that looks like it's surrounded by muck. Plus, its proximity to Peach's kind of circuit makes a lot of sense.
see here, yeah, it's drawing our path to Crown City, and that's because, well,
Okay, so you reset back here, and then
but
this...
we're still here
That is
at
it,
Mario
okay.
Brothers Circuit, and that's because we're not just going to automatically be transported to Crown City. We're going to drive there. These courses are connected in a world.
Oh, don't miss your boost.
Oh no, I was too busy talking.
Haha.
That's all right.
Yeah, I was wondering why there's nothing going on. Okay, the idiot just forgot.
So now you can
As we
maybe...
drive by
Now, I gotta grab that?
here.
Yes.
You fucking dickhead. You fucking prick. Fuck you. Is that Goomba running? That Goomba was specifically running into that person. There was just a Goomba hit and run. Let's fucking play that back.
Yeah.
Here.
Look at that. Notices a player,
So we're
runs after them and gets into a head-on collision. And the fucking baby... Oh, is that the baby? Yeah, baby Rosalina just drives on, not giving a shit. Hey, Peach in her biker outfit. Very interesting, very interesting. Yeah, they did not pick up the little baggie, which is annoying, which is very annoying, because I would like to see how the outfits things works. But we'll either see that in the direct coming up, or they'll show it off later on in this. We saw the Morton's construction site, like I pointed out in the past. We have not seen any Koopalings
The Goomba.
at all. Like, we've seen this fucking snowman, which does not seem to be reacting at all, which I do kind of adore. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be any Koopalings yet. I'm not sure if they've been dropped, but to me, they've just been such a big part of the Mario series that it would be weird to see them gone, you know? I don't fucking like them. I've grown sick of them. I would much rather the development time and resource put into making, like, 4 new models go into making Broodals, or more stupid shit like the snowman here, who was also a stage hazard in a previous track. But yeah. Like, here's the thing. It all depends on which tracks are remaking, because I know that the Keys are stage hazards in Choco Mountain. If Choco Mountain is back, then all they've done is they've taken those Keys models and put them onto a bike. So, like, that's why I'm focusing on the fact that all of these weird new additions seem to be stage hazards. It's like they have, to increase the roster size, they've reused existing models. So it's not as if they've added to development time too much. They've actually decreased how much they've needed to do, because they've went, okay, sure, we could make, you know, Professor Egad, but wouldn't it be really fucking funny if you could drive about as one of the crabs on Cheap Cheap Beach? I'm like, yeah, it would be funny. Also, the little Koopa in a car is a detail I love. I just love these cartoony cars. Cartoony. Nice one. That Goomba just spawned in front of Mario.
You got
Head-on
that's okay.
collision.
You're good. You're good. As you can tell.
The bus is filled with Shy Guy, Rosalina bus tours. I like all the little, like, advertisements, you know? It makes the Mario world feel...
A lot of obstacles.
I don't know, it's weird that there's always these advertisements knocking you out, but these are, like, big figures, big names, so it's supposed to make sense.
There's a lot of different people you want to drive around. Just be
Oh,
careful.
a big fucking bully. If I'm right about stage hazards almost all getting a playable appearance in this game, then we're getting to drive around as a bully from Mario 64. Additionally, we might get to drive around as a fucking car. A car in a car. Calling it now, that is like the big, crazy, stupid thing.
There's a lot of traffic here,
Yeah.
including Goombas, and so
Oh
you
my
start
goodness,
you
there
start
you
to
go.
get the idea.
Big bully,
that, like,
fucking love that.
you know, these sections in between the courses sort of blur the line of like what is a course. The whole world starts to feel like a course in Mario Kart World.
Which is
Oh, that was a
amazing.
Toad, I think, in the car that time.
Oh, you're gonna be able to get.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, Toads as well.
Oh, nice, nice.
get him.
Oh, I thought he was gonna
Oh,
turn
so
into
Wait,
it.
wait, don't go first.
You know what, though?
It's
I was
getting-
gonna say, yeah, that blue.
Okay, you've got... Oh, 2 out of 3 for this in-between section. Fascinating. Okay, so the way that this is being treated is during a big race, each in-between section counts as a 3... Oh, it's kind of like Mount Wario, where it's one big go. Very intriguing, very intriguing. Each in-between is going to be treated like a race, so that means that Grand Prix will actually be made up of 7 different races. 7 times 3. Fucking hell, 21 different, 21 different laps. Ugh. Okay, we see some music blocks. We see another Yoshi's.
Oh, that was.
This one... This one's pink. Does that mean anything? Are you going to go in and grab it this time?
We could see in the distance.
No. No, stop looking in the distance at the big cool thing. Go grab the burger, you fuck.
Coming up on Crown City.
Also, look, there's a crab. Gotta love crab.
Tire over
Oh,
there.
they're just about to make.
Have a
it
nice
there.
drive.
All right, we're getting on.
Yeah, that is the big city place that they're heading towards. Yeah.
I'm going.
Look at
I'm
you.
not too
Oh,
far.
you've still got the ability to look behind you. Okay, okay.
Mario's
I
excited.
spoke too soon.
Let's
We got a
take
red
a-
shell coming after your head.
The bus tours is randomized. It's not just one specific race. So, like, in the car there, I think we just saw Shy Guy.
So as we're about to approach.
Yeah, get those points.
Crown
Yeah.
City
Welcome to
here.
Crown City.
Of course, where did that
Normal
come from?
people
No
off the
idea.
side there. Fuzzy. Where's my pause? Where's my mouse cursor? Thank you. Thank you. Jesus Christ.
No.
Yeah, if the theory about all advertisements linking to a character is correct, at least ones that specifically mention a character, then we could see a playable Fuzzy. I like that. I dig that very much. Fuzzy Industries. I'd love to play as a Fuzzy. We also saw a paratroop over there. They are adding quite literally every other enemy as a playable character. They have Paratroopa models in this game. I 100% think we will see the return of Paratroopa from Mario Kart Double Dash.
Be very careful.
Okay, we got some Piantas. Look at them go. Piantas, again, like, they added these as a stage element to probably when they're remaking fucking Delfino Plaza. And then they threw them into the carts. I'm gonna be right about this, I tell you. Also, look, shine sprite flags.
Take it.
Shine sprite flags. They're really bringing back shine sprites.
Yeah, the more you play these courses, the more you start to realize these rails are all over the
Yeah,
I'm
it's
still
very
discovering new
beneficial.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the music's changed here to proper city kind of track.
So it's great to see.
And as you can see, you can
Course
now do
ahead.
multiple tricks when you're in the air.
Awesome.
All right, that's good. Okay, here we
Okay,
go.
fuzzy batteries. Yeah, like a wee warp dinner
Going
place.
on.
About to make our way.
There's people cheering in the sidelines there.
I'm
You
digging
see
this
all
music.
these banners are up. Mario Kart TV. Really cool stuff. Oh, okay. Wow, look at you going in.
Yeah, you're really. I know. You're
Making me
It's,
proud.
it's really fun to do.
Yeah, Sam Guy, he's winning at hair and he's winning at fucking Mario Kart. You gotta love him.
Your competition's
Oh, hang on. Let me get a look at that. Let me get a look at that background detail. Yeah, the scale and size of things is astonishing. Home of the Rainbow Fragment. Rainbow Road has not yet been spotted on the map. It's always been like a big in-space kind of thing. So I think this mountain will link up to that.
Your competition's starting to catch up behind you here.
Yeah,
God, look at this. Okay, but they do have like a kind of depth of field effect where you get really far out and they blur it out to completely white. It's like a Toad movie type of thing? Fuck yeah.
a little bit earlier, but like in Mario Kart 8.
Oh!
nice try.
That
This
was
game is not gonna
Koopa Construction, Koopa. And then we've got this, Lakitu the Fisherman. Okay. An advertisement for that. We build your homes. Oh god, you gotta love all of like the in-universe shit that they create for Mario Kart. It really does make the world feel real in a sense. It's like, what if we applied so much of logic? Like, there's a fucking bank here. There's a bank, coin coffer. We've seen the coin coffer enemy appear as a playable person, so that makes sense. Sunshine Railway, Snow Lake, and is that a resort I spy? Seaside Resort. Intriguing.
every time it happens, they're like, nope, nope.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Can you?
Haha, he jumped into it.
Oh.
Look at that. That fucking slow-ass drag of the head.
I respect it. I respect what you're trying to do there.
Bowser Jr., fuck off, you wee cunt, you.
Hey.
Warp Plaza. Okay. Wonder what the deal with that is.
respect
Oh,
what-
Birdo in a movie. That is very fitting for a character.
Still,
Warp Plaza. What are you?
Hey.
Shopping complex. Okay.
Hey.
Wow.
Was that Rob Smooth Industries? Hang on. Run that by me again. This is why I examine things. Okay, you're taking the piss here. Come on. Roy. Ah, another Koopaling. Fuck's sake. Darn. Got the RO part correct. But yeah, that's another Koopaling through advertising.
Oh, all right.
Bayside Coffee.
Get some good acceleration
I was being
there.
threatened by Bowser Jr.
If
there.
that was like 3 seconds later, that would have been.
Oh, so man, Waluigi is just not doing well. He's clearly got the stupid AI.
Okay, you're doing good here.
Yeah,
You gotta hold
Bowser
on.
Jr. was hot on my heel.
Nice.
Okay, on to the next.
Wow, that was Pauline there on a big billboard.
Hot on my heel.
Uh,
Nice.
Look at that. Yeah, Pauline and Birdo both really coming up in the world. Well, I say that as if Pauline wasn't a fucking mayor.
That was so
Mario
close.
looked really
Once again, another transitionary one. I like that. I dig that.
well that.
Yeah.
So up next is Whistle Stop Summit, but of course we're gonna drive there
Yeah,
first.
we're not just gonna transport ourselves there.
Okay.
Third race.
Mario
Remember
Sunshine
that
characters there.
rolling
Yeah.
start? Don't forget that boost, Sam. There
Yeah,
you go. you
Fried
got it.
chicken, too much flavor.
Toads. They're so cute.
A little
Yeah,
delicatessen.
you've got,
There's a
you've got
diner
these
again.
diners.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of diner, here we
Yes,
go.
oh,
Yes.
Let's
Get
get
a
some
little
dash.
snack.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
Okay, we're finally seeing what the deal with this is.
Yum.
Okay, Mario's with that. There's also a, oh, those are destructible. I like that. I like that. We also saw a firebrand plant in a car there.
Like, what's one of the most fun things about going on a road trip is like trying all the different food
It's
in these different places that you visit. So I've got a burger here.
There
It gives
you
a
go.
boost,
Wonder
and
effect.
it can
Touring.
transform you into a different outfit.
Yes, so cool.
Go off that surfboard. Go off the surfboard. Oh!
Aw, haha, sucks to be you.
Oh,
You can do it. You can do it.
Oh, you got it right.
This is a very interesting way of not exactly not wasting development time, but of showing everything that you've made, because forcing players to use that to then get into these outfits, it means that the player will see all the outfits. You know, maybe it'll just be all the outfits the player has unlocked. Maybe this is the way you unlock them. I'm not too jazzed about it. I would much rather be able to just choose the outfits myself. But yeah, interesting. Very weird.
Right?
No!
Oh, my goodness.
I gave it a little.
Oh, there you go.
It
Fuck
worked
yeah.
out in the end.
You meant to do
Look,
that.
look at that. Spikes as a stage hazard, and yeah, can you see my point now? We're gonna get to fucking drive as one of the elephants.
Oh, wow, right back on.
DK.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're transitioning into whistle stop summit here.
Here we go.
There we are. Okay, so the transitionary ones are like mixed together with the actual locations.
Oh,
All
okay,
right.
Nice.
This keeps things really, really varied, because even if they reuse tracks, not only will be traveling through different parts of the tracks, or in different ways, like backwards, you're also going to be spending more of the time actually just getting to them, so that's weird.
So because this
But thankfully it means that you're not having to deal with, what was it, 21 different laps? It is just 3, 3, 3.
rail station,
Oh.
there are a lot of rail
That-
riding opportunities
and a
around
lot of
here.
green
and a lot of green
shells.
shells. You're right.
Oh, 4? Oh, ooh, close.
Sunshine Railway.
Alright. How many coins do you have? You have 10. All right, so you're looking
Very
pretty good
weird.
there.
I'll get a few more.
Yeah, Whistledown Summit, look at that up there.
Okay, and there's some nice. Oh wait, you already have 2 items.
Conch Door Headlights. I think we've already seen one of these guys as playable character. If not, we have seen them as a stage hazard. So again, probably one that we'll see implemented as a driver.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
nice.
you go.
I
There you
get
go.
up on the
I
rails
like that.
here.
Hammer Bro, stage hazard and a playable character. Though of course playable character ahead of time.
Oh, that.
Look at that though, they bumped into the sign and actually moved. Nintendo seems to be adding a lot of interactability, because if you look at the Donkey Kong game, everything's destructible, and here, a lot of hazards and a lot of things on the track seem to be able to be bumped into. Also, because we have seen, you know, so many different playable things from hazards alone, I definitely think Sledge Bro will be a playable driver, as will, as I've said before, Paratrooper.
Well, we're only in second.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
What?
we can bring
Okay.
this back.
Yeah,
We're
we've got
okay,
some
we're
time.
okay,
We've
we're
got some
okay.
time.
Little statue of the train here, I dig that very
No,
much.
you've been very lucky. I've seen a couple red shells now, like behind you, and it's not been able to catch up with you. So that's great. Oh. Okay.
Nice one.
We're good.
No.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
Like, you got this, Sam.
A
DK
few
is
more coins,
moving
it
and
can never
grooving.
hurt.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice.
Hey,
Oh, look at that.
hey.
Beautiful.
All right. It's good.
I like how they've stolen Sonic's
Okay.
fucking rail riding
Sorry, I'm, like, now
and done
I'm
it better
kinda-
than Sonic.
No
Good.
pressure, but all the pressure.
Got some healthy adrenaline
Yeah,
going on.
here we
Take
go.
a few more coins.
It'll help.
This is looking good.
Oh no, DK's in front of me though.
Oh. Oh, there you
Weird.
go. There
Yeah,
you
some
go.
weird of clipping issues there.
Here we
Alright.
go.
But that's par for the course for Mario Kart.
I don't know what happened.
He
to
went
I
DK,
there
don't
with
know.
some other.
I don't know, but I like
Whatever
it.
happened, it was serendipitous.
Yeah.
Ah, we got this horse shit back. Ah, that's a shame. That's a shame.
Look great.
To be expected, but I would have wished that, like, whenever you drove in, that something would appear there when the player was really far away, as a blockade. So it sucks to see the arrows back, but at least they look a bit prettier.
Go.
Yes.
Alright.
Alright.
I'll
There
take
we
it.
are.
Style.
Riding the rail to victory.
Yes.
Setting off a good pace. I'm liking this. Getting first.
Look at Mario.
Yeah, but you could see how those rails really change your path.
It
through
really
the course.
does, yeah.
And you could do something different every time.
I very much do dig the rail system.
It really does.
And then going on to DK Spaceport.
Spaceport.
Yeah, it's fucking weird, but
I
I'm
am
digging it.
super
Yeah.
excited for this one.
Goodbye, Whistle Stop Summit.
Whistle stop. Whistle stop.
Final race.
I love that. Oh my goodness.
Alright. You got this. Perfect.
Spec Express, One Up Fuel is a
DK got
classic.
two.
Don't let him drive
Just
off the
kidding.
road.
The race,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you dropped it off of him? Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
And you
Oh.
can see there was a little ramp up there to that power line, so you can rail ride.
We got a
on the
Foo.
power
I
line.
think we've seen this out in the ocean. Probably a playable character. Especially the big version.
You got this. You got 2 items coming up here if you can get them both.
Were those,
Oh!
if I could find my mouse cursor. Were those like, yeah, God, what are they called? Like, buddy beetles? Something like that? The wee flying guys. They're blue, of course. Bitty Beetles? Ah, something. Those weird guys. Those weird guys. But they're roboticized. Yeah, roboticized. I like that. I dig that. Roboticized versions of them. These birds, probably playable characters.
Oh.
There's nothing more American than playing as an eagle.
We'll take
Alright,
two
get
coins.
some coins. Yep.
Ooh,
Well, that
someone's
green
right-
shell is
yeah.
right there.
Oh, is that on a driver? Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Donkey Kong, you prick.
DK wants the revenge.
Followed closely by
Oh.
Bowser Jr.
That big cartoony boom, I dig.
Get him?
Yeah, he did. Oh.
Okay, creepy fucking forest area. Really like the looks of this. 8?
Oh,
Nice.
no.
Took the items.
I didn't get him.
No.
8? Oh, Goombas in their fucking stupid shoes.
Oh.
And Donkey Kong was doing his victory thing there, so yes, it seems all but confirmed that using the bomb right behind you will no longer affect you.
So you see how
Okay.
a comfortable lead can be removed from you instantly. Okay, so we're passing this sort of security gate now, and
It's
we're
a
getting
very creepy area. I'm really digging the look of it.
Right.
We're on our way there.
You might
Let's
see
get something good.
some familiar.
Fucking spiny. We're gonna we're gonna see that as a playable character.
All right, red shell, take it.
Girder pattern back
Yeah,
there.
you can see the entire course
There we
essentially
go.
all the way out there, which is so cool.
Somebody behind.
Ooh.
Oh!
Okay, that looks like a very powerful thing. I think the hammer might be saved only for players really far behind, because that was shitloads.
Okay,
How'd you-
now then, yeah.
Oh,
Back
that was
first.
great.
The
How
toads are
fortunate.
cheering you on, Sam. You got this.
Doing my best.
Oh, it fucking zoomed in on the minimap. Wow.
See if I can get a draft.
Yeah, like
Then
a
that's
little
the
bit
ending there.
closer.
Oh, he missed items.
Yeah, I think you're almost
Green
there.
shell,
Oh,
yes.
oh.
Green shell orbits around you still. Okay.
Gonna turn into it?
Oh,
Yep.
that's, yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Okay,
No, you
okay.
got it.
I like how it makes a more classic sound. With the doop. I'm not sure if that was a sound I made in Mario Kart, but the previous Mario Kart I mean. But that's new. That's new, I think.
Brought it back.
Yeah, you
Yep.
got it.
That's a new kind of deal.
You got it. I can see
That was
the
a good
little-
strategy. Like, just run into
Okay.
me.
So be
Run
careful.
into me with my green shell.
Yeah, we can see Robo DK.
I was gonna
up
say,
there.
I am really digging this giant Robo DK. I like the way he's moving about.
Okay.
Though, still, begs the question, if you can have that giant moving element, why don't you have something that naturally blocks pathways whenever the player's no longer supposed to drive on them? In fact, whenever the next race was starting, to get over here, they changed it. So I really don't understand why we can't have changes during the track. Those robot things are all over the show. We might see one playable.
So you
Fuck
got,
it, everyone is playable.
Good.
Oh, oil drum from original Donkey Kong. Let's spell out the wee fire guys, the
5 more laps
Podobos.
to go.
No, it will not. However, it is still a detail linking it to the game that everything's inspired by.
Can you make that?
Can I do it?
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
You can-
Excellent.
Little Donkey Kong thing to do 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 do.
You can
Hell
rail
yeah.
right up here.
Plus, little D-pad thing there. Well, shaped like a D-pad. You know, it's crossed, but it's very D-pad inspired thanks to the recess in the center.
And dodge these barrels.
Yeah, watch
Oh,
the barrels.
here it
Oh,
Can you dodge
man.
that blue shell?
There he is. There's Podobo.
Oh.
Fucking hell yeah. Love these guys. Hey, what I say about them with the fire barrels as well? Yeah, I could 100% see this as a playable character because we have seen this hazard in a bunch of games previous, and it makes just about as much sense as the ghost guy. They're both just as logical.
It's kind of good you ended up there, though.
Strategy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
You can pick up some coins to make up for what you lost.
Took it too tight.
Yeah. This right here was always tricky to me, just trying to dodge the barrels that come in and out.
Right.
Like,
I love these.
Yeah, I'm really loving this so far. Pardon me, well, truth be told, I was not worried about this game at all. You know? There was no fears in my mind about a lot of things. But where I'm sitting at right now, I am chuffed to bits with just a presentation of this game. Looks the game seems really, really fun, and I'm excited to just hear more about it.
Vibes. This is
yeah.
yes.
You almost there. You got it.
If you have green shells or any kind of shell, and you aim them properly, you can break the barrels with the shells.
Nice.
Just always
Which
I
can be a
see.
good strategy, keep you from running into something else.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is where all the flipping is just happening. Also, Donkey Kong's classic appearance there. Well, this is all very weird, can I just say, considering the fact that the Donkey Kong we see as a playable character is not the same Donkey Kong as the one that Mario here fought in the game, Donkey Kong. A lot of the word Donkey Kong getting thrown about. I wonder, whoops, if we could see Cranky Kong as a playable character, or at the very least Diddy Kong, because he has been in the series for a very long time, and his exclusion would be confusing by this point.
You got it.
I know. I'm not even playing, and my heart is going.
I know. Oh.
Somebody behind me.
Okay.
Yes, okay, this is the point in the trailer where we had already... Oh, little fire things, I like that. Yeah, we had seen this in the trailer, but it seemed to be during the daytime, so once again, we'll be returning to this location. Mind you, that could be during one of the, like, really big knockout Grand Prix things, but yeah.
They were pretty determined.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Nice.
probably erase off that.
Look at that. Oh my goodness, yes.
Ooh, there was a red shell.
Oh.
You've dodged every red shell. That's been great. Nah, not the blue shells.
Oh, another one. Come on, right in the turn.
I know, and
Right
we're getting.
in the turn.
Yeah,
We're
blue
getting
shells
some of
are
these
giving you a way more cartoony effect as well, I love that.
Dig.
Oh, and the
Oh,
big,
why?
giant DK at the end, I'm loving this track.
Oh, no.
Oh, that barrel took a turn. Okay.
Okay, you got this. You got
Now
this.
it's getting tense.
He's behind you?
Hit
Okay, he's
those
behind
jumps.
you.
Okay.
Okay.
And it was actually playing there a remix, if you listen closely, of the theme that plays whenever you pick up the hammer in the original Donkey Kong.
Oh!
Why?
Come on.
Get the
come
coin
on.
at least. Oh,
Maybe-
no.
Oh, that barrel took a turn. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
you
where
got
is
this. You got this.
And on the side there is little symbols of the hammers tying with that.
Okay, you're back in first.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Boom, this person got first in all the races.
Well,
Fuck yeah, was it Sam or whatever?
Okay, I'm clapping now.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
clapping now.
Holy cow.
That was a nail biter at the end there.
My
Full
heart is
60.
going crazy. All right. Okay, hard-earned victory.
breath.
Even
And look at that. Oh, okay, Poppin. Oh, Poppin is something very fierce. Look at that.
All right.
Very fierce, very evident as well. Disappointingly so. Let's pretend we didn't see that and focus on the little loading animation being a rotating item cube thing.
Victory
Yeah, let's
ceremony
see
if
this.
it comes.
Let's see this
Little
celebration.
banana loading screen.
Lead him go.
Look at that
Back on Mario Brothers Circuit.
Celebratory fireworks. I love it.
Proper celebration scenes are back
Yeah,
too.
I know.
I love
Wearing
it.
his little outfit.
DK in second.
He was hot on my trail the whole time.
Yeah. All right.
He's got big dreams. Little guy, big dreams.
Perfect. Well done.
A
well
bit
done.
underwhelming. You know, I almost prefer the way Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had it with the special series of clips and moments, but that was alright.
We're heading off
Yeah. So,
on our merry way.
so now that we've seen the new flow for Grand Prix, let's jump into something a little different and
Yes.
try and relax ourselves.
Yeah.
After that.
Now we can breathe.
DK
Yeah.
design's growing on you. Yeah, I very much do like the Donkey Kong design as well. Should I add a stream text box? Do give me a moment. Let's see here. Chat box. There we go. Okay, at source. It might be wise to add one of these if there's going to be any people in chat. I did not properly think of that, but, oops. Anyway, yeah, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong design, do dig it. Do very much dig it. I like it.
So one of the new components of Mario Kart World is free roam.
Nope.
And so when you hit the plus button there, you can just automatically jump right into free roam. And here we are,
Interesting.
just driving
And yeah,
around.
with free roam, as I mentioned before, instead of getting a proper map, because you can go wherever you want, you get like a mini map kind of thing. Very interesting that you just go straight from it with straight to it with the plus button, and I don't know, it's weird. I really strongly think we're going to get a it's just some sort of story mode, because I don't fully see the point in having this big free roam stuff if you're just gonna have the world be completely empty. I mean, I know Breath of the Wild was like that. Yeah.
in the world. And
Alright.
we can take another
Go
look.
any way you
Where we
want.
just
Yeah.
were, yeah.
You could
So-
take another look at some of the courses.
Squid blooper
Which is off to
advertising.
our right.
Yeah. So
Superstar. Let's go back, have a little peek at that. Just says Superstar, can't read what it says.
Look at some of the courses.
Which is off to our right.
Yeah.
Motors, something along those lines.
As you can see over here, this is Mario Brothers Circuit, one of the course that we started on for the Mushroom Cup.
Wait, you can
And
drive wherever
as
you
can
want,
see,
and then, oh,
like
There's actual racers.
when you drive off course, Locky 2 doesn't come and pick you up like he does in the Grand Prix.
Yeah.
You can drive anywhere.
Anywhere
just
at
kind of
all.
Explore. Yeah.
And
Grab
there's
a
items
snack.
there.
Yeah,
You
grab
can
a
go
little
to the
bit of fast
diner,
food,
get
yeah.
yourself a milkshake.
Yeah.
Go to Yogi's.
Not really, but you know, theoretically.
And I could take a quick look at the map here, and you could see.
Oh, there's like the people are scattered about all over the show. Very interesting. Very interesting. Also, we now get a close look at this. Definitely not Toad Factory. That's looking like a completely new thing. Maybe inspired by, but like, yeah, no, that's looking different. That's looking very different. This Wario Stadium is apparently a remade version of the N64 one. Oh, hang on. That was showing costumes. Okay, hold on. There was actually so much dotted about here.
I could take a quick look at the map here, and you could.
Right. First and foremost, while the icon is hovering over Mario, it's showing off all the costumes currently unlocked for the man. So we've got like the Explore kind of one we saw during the previous segment. It's either story mode or mission mode. The item select noise gives me Double Dash vibes. Truesies, maybe. Yes, the Sunshine thing we've already seen. The Aviator outfit from Mario Odyssey. I forget if it was specifically a reference to something else. It probably was, considering all the outfits in that game usually did link to something. But yeah, there's also 4 unknown. Now, I don't think that this many outfits will be the standard for every character, but I think a considerable number of characters will get this. The biker outfits will be balanced out by these types of outfits, I believe. Like, male ones will get this type of biker outfit. Waluigi got a mix of both that we saw in the trailer. It looked amazing. Now on to down here. In the actual Switch 2 Direct, we did see P-switches. I did see one. I didn't bring it up at the time, but I really, really should have, because now we have it as an actual thing on the map. It's telling you, it's informing the player that they're important. Keep that in mind. Also, this is that stupid fucking desert one from the DS. God damn it. This and this, I don't know what that means. Collectible coins and some sort of question mark block buggery that this person already has 3 of. Very strange. And as for like which outfits the player can get, I'm not sure how those are unlocked as well. Maybe it's through collecting the coins, maybe it's through this, maybe it's through that. Weird. And also Moo Meadows is up there. This is the Peach Circuit one. I'm surprised that wasn't first, but that's probably going to be in the second cup. Actually, I think it already is. I haven't examined the cups too closely.
See where it exists in the world and
Yeah, so all that.
get an idea of some of the other courses. And we could see over here is Crown City.
Oh!
And
Boom. Okay, while hovering over location, we saw, like 20 or... actually, let's just go back.
World and get an idea of some of the other courses. And we could see over here is...
Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Okay, so 10. There's going to be a certain number of whatever the fuck these are to collect per general stage area. That's your collectibles. Lakitu, Birdo, Yoshi, nothing new yet.
Crown City and DK Spaceport. We'll
Luigi in that specific outfit.
stay at Mario
I
Brothers.
saw
Circuit for
Waluigi
a
weave it
little
up
bit
there
and
as well.
explore a little bit more.
And you could drive there too if you want.
Yeah, and here you can get a little bit more practice on the course if you wanted to, but there's a lot more to discover in free roam mode. And let's drive around a little
Yeah,
bit,
let's
see what we
check
can
it
find.
out.
Oh, that
There are
stupid
other
fucking
places around
Peepa
here.
ghost.
Hi, friend. There's the Toad
Pika?
driving the
Something like that.
car,
Yeah.
Koopa Troopa driving the other car.
There are so many details in this world that you can start to get an idea.
I'm really
of
digging
when
the
you
soundtrack as well. It's more of what 8 had to offer, but what 8 had to offer was amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like there's sections up here. I discovered when I was in free roam mode earlier on Mario Brothers Circuit that there were some rails up in the top that I didn't know existed.
So you can basically create a strategy while you're here.
Yeah.
Okay,
when
very
you're
interesting.
on the
It
race.
seems that underwater gameplay might be gone. Because specifically there, Mario was riding on top of the waves. They have replaced the current system with riding on top.
Here's a new.
Yeah,
thing.
this is new. When you're racing on the water, your vehicle kind of transforms into this watercraft mode, which
Yes.
is really cool.
I love all the
I'm not sure if there's going to be a submarine mode.
There's
the touches, yeah.
there's a lot of like branding. And
Oh,
stuff
there we
going
go.
on. So you
There we
have
go.
all these
Fucking... Ah, little achievements. Okay. Underneath this.
Yeah.
there's a lot of like
Boom.
branding.
That right there. That could be an activated one. Could be an uncollected one. But whatever the question mark things mean, I don't know yet. But they are on the track, and they're in areas which would be awkward to reach. Like right now, the way you'd have to get to that would be to jump off the rail. Here we go off the rails. Now you know it's time to raise our sails. And then use the mushroom to boost into it.
And stuff in the world, you see you've got all of these ads
Red
on the side of the world.
Banana natural oil.
Luigi tires.
Okay, well let's get let's
Change character. Let's change character. Yeah.
let's go over to Crown City for a moment.
Begin free roam. We can teleport between each location as well. Very, very interesting. Yeah, the banana motors specifically advertising to that is weird. Because side of Mario's Kart has like the driver symbol, which is very different to what we saw on it previously. So I'm thinking that you have selectable advertising stickers to put onto your car. That's an aspect of customization. And you unlock those advertising stickers through achievements. So Mario Kart has built-in achievements.
Yeah, and you get another perspective. There is a day and night cycle when you're in the world, and there are weather systems too that can affect the way things look. I want to let this shy guy pass me so I can drive. Get a little bit off course here, so you can get an idea of what it's like to drive around in the world.
There's a Yoshi.
I know.
Wait,
And you can
hang on. This isn't just any soundtrack noise. This is the fucking Sleepy Piranha Plant theme from Mario 64.
Of what it's like to drive around in the world.
There's a Yoshi.
I know.
And you can
don't run him over.
You can also even stop and hang out.
Yeah.
Like you can you say hi to the Yoshi.
Hello.
Hi, Red Yoshi.
Interesting. So this might not mean necessarily that Toad's factory is in this game. It could just be that the remix was thrown in because the team wanted to give that a whirl. But I don't know. I think with this specific tune, it's Mario 64, not a Mario Kart tune. So I think if we hear any Mario Kart tunes, that means we're getting that track. But as for this, yeah, I think the team just threw that in there for funsies.
Looks great.
All right. Well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find a jump real quick so I can get a cool pose.
Yeah.
And then we'll jump into photo mode. Here
Oh,
we
right
go.
here? Yeah.
I'm digging this.
Perfect.
All right. So let's
Look at that.
let's take a look at photo mode.
See, have a nice drive. Whenever we first saw this kart in this Mario, it said not that. It was 1-up motors or 1-up fuel or some garbage like that. So that's customizable to some extent. Very interesting.
Excellent.
Adorable.
All right. And we'll
That's
I think
amazing.
we're
Yes,
gonna-
it
We're
is.
going to end things there for this segment.
Yes.
Ah,
Looks
bugger.
great.
Mario.
All right.
Static.
So everybody, once again, this was Mario Kart World. And of course, don't worry, we're going to be right back coming up with Donkey Kong
Bonanza.
So
Yeah,
stay
of all the
tuned.
games, I suppose that'd be the next one I would actually want to see. Yep, I don't know. I'm a bit disappointed that there wasn't more Mario Kart, but we are getting a whole ass direct for it, so I can't really say much. But from what I've seen, fuck yes. You know, there wasn't too much fear in my mind when it came to this Mario Kart, but I'm even more excited now, because, yeah, it looks like it just looks like fun. And having these little hidden nooks and crannies where they've got the question mark blocks is a really good way of adding in some amount of single-player content, which is something that's been missing from Mario Kart for ages now. All you could really do was go in and do your Grand Prix, but now you've got Grand Prix, you've got your knockout fucking Grand Prix, and you've got whatever hidden stuff that is. Monkey, yeah. Why is it playing the original Tetris theme? You're listening to Nintendo music. Yeah, wouldn't it be great if Nintendo music had more Luigi games? That'd be nice. Look, as much as I like the Tetris theme, I'd rather just get to the point and start looking at Donkey Kong. Not even gonna play a song now. Alright, what the fuck is this? Oh. Ba-ba-ba-da-boom. Ba-da-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. The masked guy from Kirby. Masked DDD. Ba-doom. 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 Ba-da-do-do. Ba-da-ba-da-boom. Maybe it's not masked DDD, but it is certainly a DD theme. Oh, that guy again. Hell yeah.
Welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse Live with Nintendo Switch 2. I'm Sam. I'm here with
Stick that up
K,
there.
BK, and
Wait.
DK because we're
Yous
gonna
are
be looking
different.
at
Oh,
Donkey
amusing. You're
Kong
funny, aren't you,
Bonanza.
Sam?
I am so excited, an all-new 3D adventure with Donkey Kong. BK, let's just jump right in.
Yeah, why waste any time? Yeah,
Correct.
Let's, just start out right at the beginning of this section here. Ugh.
pretty much the first thing you see when you start the game.
Yeah.
He's finally here. You've all been waiting so long.
I just love this look for DK. He looks amazing.
So all of his posing, yet so cute at the same time.
Yeah.
Aw.
So this is this first little section I want.
Interesting. Okay, so the UI design has this really weird, like, I don't know how to put it. It's reminding me so strongly of Luigi's Mansion 3 and Luigi's Mansion 2, where it's got this, like, nothing's properly circular. Everything's got these rough, uneven edges. I definitely think, though, this is made by the Mario Odyssey team, because this is really, really reminding me of the tutorials in Mario Odyssey, where you get a button prompt and you get a little thing in the bottom right showing you how to do it. Plus, it just makes a lot of sense for the big 3D game to be worked on by the previous big 3D game team. We've got radiation, gold things, which is like your money. These seem to be lives. I believe that's how they've worked in Donkey Kong in the past. Food. Very weird. And yeah, even like the font here is really, really reminiscent of Luigi's Mansion 3. Which is interesting. Could they have gotten assistance from Next Level Games to create this? This game looks amazing, Odyssey and DK64 vibes. So yeah, that's another thing. The specific use of these hexagonal and octagonal shapes is that it seems to be harkening back to the N64 era, which is the last time we saw 3D Donkey Kong.
Want to spend a minute talking about some of the new controls DK has in this game, because he's a lot more action-oriented in this game in a very hands-on way, as you might be seeing me. He punched through walls here, forming the area around me here.
Yeah, 2.06, 12.52. I like the points. That's a weird way of having a collectible item, but I admire it.
You might imagine one of the big sort of elements of DK is his strength.
Yeah.
And that's on full display here.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing about this game is almost everything around you is destructible. So.
Well, and we just saw you rip up a chunk of the terrain too and use that to cause more havoc. So.
Oh, a little coin there. Go back.
Are endless here.
Yeah, and you can pretty much just.
Banandium. Trade these for bananas at any chip exchange.
Rip a chunk off of everything, as I've just done here. So once you have a chunk, you can play around to your heart's content.
Right, so here in this segment, we're really going to be looking at some of the first areas that you see in the game. And to kind of set up where we are and what we're doing here, some rumors have started to spread of this material sprouting up on this island, Ingot Isle, and it's called Banandium. And it forms as this gold, but also in these Banandium gems that you can see here that are shaped like bananas. And
there we go. That was very Mario Odyssey-esque. Very, very Mario Odyssey-esque. You know, he had the little, oh, look, it's the thing. And then the title of the Banandium chunk, and then it ends. I'm not a Donkey Kong person, unfortunately. Like, I love the character, but I haven't exactly gotten around to the game, so there's not much I can point out in the way of you know, series trivia or little references, unlike what I could do with Mario Kart. So, for those of you either watching now or watching this after the fact, unfortunately, this is a segment where I'm a little bit more out of my depth.
And
pretty tasty.
it must also be delicious because DK loves.
Yeah, he just fucking ate it.
That's one of my other favorite things. We're getting a little bit more info about golden bananas here, and a little more about Banandium gold. Don't mix
DK,
them up.
Mario Odyssey, little icons of the characters next to the names. It's very similar. Oh, banana, reference to 64. Yeah, it's not the same noise, but it's like a recreated version of it, which I quite like.
Do not mix up gold and Banandium gold. One is edible, the other's not.
So we're talking to this prospector monkey over here, just kind of giving us a quick explanation of what we're doing here and why. What else do we need to know then? We need to let's find more bananas. That was pretty tasty.
High five, bud.
Oh, you're not allowed to punch them.
Right
That's
here,
fun.
I want to show off a couple more of his moves. DK's got a roll. Roll is back. You can also
Roll like from Mario Odyssey.
Jump.
Nice.
Those moves are back. You can also spin, which I like.
Like
Especially
Mario
with
Odyssey.
With his little
With his
headlamp on there.
headlamp, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a disco party.
Yeah, it's like a little dance party. Oh, you know what? One other thing I want to show off really quick is how the chunks interact with each other. Sam, you want to talk about that for a minute?
Yeah. So he's just torn a chunk out of the ground there, but as you can see, it's sort of this soft material. And if you go into your throwing stance there, you can see that like as you start to target different things, it not only tells you what that material is,
Fascinating.
but how strong it is, and gives you a little bit of its properties. So if you want to throw that there,
It won't
You
do
can see
too
that,
much.
like, what you picked up is,
Yeah,
like,
because
like
it's soft
muddy,
and it's just
soft
stuck
chunk,
on.
right? So it sort of
Ooh.
sticks
Right
to
to
the
the
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
So this can also be used for platforming. I understand that there's the climbing up, but you can create like platforms to jump up as well, and the animation inspired by Jungle Beat. Interesting.
And if you go and pick
Wow,
up
that is a
harder,
weird part to
so if
reference.
you grab a chunk out of the wall there, so now you've got something tough.
Oh.
Nice one.
Hit that
You can
sign there.
destroy elements
Yeah, let
of
me try
the
that again.
terrain
Hang
as well
Take
with
two.
your
So
dirty terrain.
So yeah,
Okay.
now you can actually break apart the wall when you throw that stuff.
Also, the sound of breaking away that Banandium chip thing that's over on the right sounded very much like a Mario Odyssey sound.
Yeah. Oh, and one other thing about Vanadium Gold I like a lot is it's actually brimming with energy. You know, it's enough to power DK, certainly.
Yeah, look at the little sparks coming off of
But
it.
when you throw a chunk of it, it's highly
Yeah,
explosive.
stay away.
Very fun to play with in
Yeah.
a controlled setting.
Sam the Ground definitely seems to be kind of harkening back to Jungle Beat.
You know what? Since I've already kind of made a dent in this wall, I actually want to show off how many cool hidden things there are. Like there's this little hidden alcove back here. You would never know it's back here. It's just a surprise to find by destroying the environment around you.
This stuff is everywhere.
Yeah, we're gonna call this the chill out room for a second.
And you just saw BK slapping the ground. That's the hand slap move. It kind of allows you to pick up a lot of the dropped collectibles that are around you at once, so you don't have to run around collecting them individually, which is really nice. Because as you can see, there's lots of gold and stuff hiding in the walls that you can.
Yeah.
Man,
We're
this
picking
is
up
this is
tiny
looking
chunks of
just quite
Vanadium
fun,
Gold,
honestly.
picking
A
up
real
Vanadium
fun game.
chips.
Yeah, I don't know if I said this earlier, but the rumors have started to spread of this Bananium material appearing on Ingot Isle. So DK and these prospector monkeys have descended upon the isle to try and collect as much of this stuff as they can.
I love that. Love him banging his chest.
Making friends here in the mines. Yeah,
I
it's
love
cool to,
these monkeys.
it's cool to see these other guys out here staking their claim, trying to earn their fortune. And, you know, DK's doing the same. But he's more interested in eating them than he is anything else.
I really do have to apologize for lack of communication I'm able to give at this moment. These three are talking quite a bit and saying some of the things that I would be saying anyhow. I don't really feel like muting them because there are times where they do actually bring up gameplay elements. So, look, it's the best I can really do at the moment. I really do apologize.
Got some more stuff here.
Yeah.
Some more of Vanadium
If
Gold.
anything remains consistent about DK, it is his love for bananas.
Yeah, one other handy thing is that DK can't be harmed by any of these explosions.
Good thing to know.
Goodness.
Down there we see what looks like a very, very strong material. That could be the essentially bedrock of the world where you can't get deeper than that.
Goodness, 'cause it's gonna be causing a lot of them.
Got a tough skin.
And we can also smash our way through these crystals here, pick up more of those vanadium chips. Ooh,
We have found our prize.
The prospector monkey is really happy about it.
So is DK. Look at him.
his every face he makes in this game is
So expressive.
Eat it up, bud. You deserve it.
Delicious.
So we're gonna keep working our way down here in this mine. DK is no stranger to mines, of course, but it's nice to see him doing it a little bit more full time. Oh yeah, you can also pick up chunks of varying size, like everything kind of changes in deforms in a
Really
different
strong
way. So
size, Jesus.
I can actually cause some extra havoc here for a second with
Yeah.
this extra long chunk of.
Look at that.
Yeah, this is looking like a real swell time, I gotta say.
Is here to help you through. I can't actually just punch down this thing. So
The dive punch I love. It's like the fucking ending of Wreck-It Ralph.
I love
Look
it.
at
It's
all
so
of that.
satisfying,
Yeah.
right?
I want those. I want those.
Get it, get it, get
there's
it.
the hand slap.
Right, yeah. So you can use the hand slap to kind of collect.
Also, a lot is going on at once here. Like, a lot is going on here at once, but I'm not seeing the most amount of lag.
A lot of the gold that collects around you.
Right, and there are also some switches and things up ahead that interact with the hand slap, and you can cause the terrain to change in different ways.
Those geysers are so satisfying.
Hands up also affects some things in the world around you,
Yes.
which I think is cool. Like it just caused that vanadium gold to appear there out of nowhere. Ugh.
Very interesting.
Ooh, another geyser.
Get it.
Good use of it. Yeah.
Yes.
I cannot emphasize enough how satisfying it is to play this game. The jingle janglies are good. The smashing is good.
I spend way
collectibles
too
are
much
good.
time
Yeah.
just collecting gold.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing a lot of that.
Well, and there are so many, like we saw earlier, hidden passages and like rooms to discover
Ooh,
through the walls.
That's a
If
fun
you
checkpoint. That's
basically
funky.
punch anywhere in a wall, you can find something hidden there, and it's really satisfying.
Yeah, and speaking of hidden things,
Yeah, you can see how that hand slap also works as kind of a sonar.
So the big golden bananas seem to be very plentiful. Like, very, very plentiful. It could just be because it is early into the game, though part of me also thinks that... Also, is that like a way achievement thing that's just popped up? It is indeed. Part of me thinks that it might be kind of like Mario Odyssey, where there's going to be a lot of these dotted about the place, but they might be more sparse than in that game, so we won't end up with like 880 of them.
Speaking of hidden things.
Yeah, you can see how that hand slap also works.
Smashing
as
dirt.
kind
Now,
of
we
a
achievement
sonar
thing.
System. And it
Mario Odyssey had achievements, so the return of them in this game does make a lot of sense.
was giving you the silhouette of a
Smashing is
hidden
good.
banana
Yep.
there.
3 in a row. But DK's
We're having some good luck in this.
They're damn
game,
right.
DK.
Smashing is
we're gonna
great.
keep, working our way
I
through
love it
this.
when Donkey Kong smashes. I love to watch him smash
Surprised
things.
a monkey.
It's freaking out.
Okay, bud, relax.
Sorry, buddy.
Ooh, I see some chips back there. So, let's see. I can't actually... This is too hard for me to smash through, but luckily, the ground is not. The ground is rarely ever.
Yeah, but the environments are highly destructible. You could have gotten through here a different way.
Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna leave my way.
Right.
Yeah.
This game really encourages you to think outside the box.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There's been a lot of games as of late, especially during the Switch era, that do have that sort of thinking. So my main worry is already how difficult the game is going to be and that kind of thing. How fun this is going to be. Because if every single solution has, or if every single problem has a number of solutions, what's there to stop me from just taking the most simple one every single time? You know, that's always a worry, is that I'm just going to end up doing the same thing. Like, this puzzle will come up again, and it will always just dig straight down and then dig straight forward, even though Minecraft told me not to. We'll have to see. We'll very much have to see how this plays out, because it very easily could just change where now this is raised up, so you have to go around and that kind of thing.
A lot of different ways to get to things.
Right.
Most of them involve smashing.
Yeah, smashing is a great way of getting around in life and doing things.
The door. There was a gate there, and you just made your own door. That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we could see outside.
It looks like a storm is on the way. Hope everybody's gonna be okay.
That should be
Pretty good.
fine, right?
More chips. Yeah, here's another one of those devices that have cracked this wall
Pure
open for me.
destruction.
Ooh, look at all that.
Oh, we see our first enemies in the game here.
Yeah, these little buggy monsters came out of nowhere, so we're gonna make sure they don't get near any of our gold. Go up here. Get out of it. It's mine.
I like these because they drop chunks that you can then use tunnels.
Destroying the train is also, like, a big fucking issue sometimes, clearly. Which balances it out, I think, because like combat there has just been made more of a nightmare because you're accidentally hitting the floor.
They're friends.
Yeah.
Look at all this.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
If you ever needed catharsis, this is where you come. Look at this.
This is pretty much just an entire hall to play with.
Yep.
Ooh, but I see something big waiting up there for me, so...
Well, you're not going to collect all this?
I would
Damn,
collect
it's
all of
shaped
this.
like a banana. I don't want to prioritize that. Oh, and you can see Ingot
All
Isle
sorts
back
of
there,
these,
so that's,
wow.
that's kind of where we're
That's
starting out in this
Yeah.
adventure. This is where DK has come to find his edible fortune, so to speak. So yeah, we're just going to make sure we get started eating all these bananas here. Oh no. Oh no.
His banana hoard's getting stolen again.
Yeah, that must be the storm they were talking about. It seems like a pretty powerful storm.
Oh, there they go fighting.
Oh, no,
Wow.
bananas.
Yeah, those bananas.
We've got triple sets of bananas as well. So these are like the regular ones, but these will be like your triple moons in Mario Odyssey, I bet.
Bananas being taken from us.
Another consistent.
By these motherfuckers. Oh my god, look at these eyes. These are just such disgusting
This is
fucking
our first
things. I
glimpse
love
of,
this.
The primary antagonist force actively stealing these bananas from DK. Oh, hang on, bud.
Things never seem to go
Hanging
his
on by the
way.
seat of his pants.
Not anymore.
And
There
then
goes the
gonna-
fence. No, he's in his more classic design.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh no!
Our hero, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like he's getting caught up in this big storm here.
The sun itself.
And there goes Ingot Isle.
What is this, fucking Mario Galaxy?
an unnatural disaster?
Right.
Yeah. Progress. We call it progress.
We call
I
it plot
see.
development.
The inverse Paper Mario 64. Instead of going from below the place and lifting it up, you go from above the place and push it down. Bro, the Goofy stream. A very funny haha voice. Did not like the slow time, but you know what, Donkey Kong, you've earned it.
I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, everything's
He's
great.
got a
Look,
thick
there's
skin.
there's a massive hole in the ground.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll cover that right up. Just put a rug over it. Definitely not getting our scary deposit.
Nope. That's one way to find a lot of bananas quickly.
DK Donkey Kong. As long as it's not Rodner, must eat the strong Kong will eat any banana he sees. Interesting. And then you have cute little art as well while waiting.
Or lose
Love
a lot
that.
of bananas quickly, I guess.
It looks like we lost pretty much all of them.
And a very fast loading screen. It's like, why even bother making a loading screen at that point if you're gonna make it like super quick?
We're gonna check on DK here. See
I'm kidding. I like seeing it. I like seeing stuff like that.
in there, bud.
Of
There
course
he
he
is.
is.
There he is.
This is a little worse for wear, but
But
Doing
still,
better, which is great.
you know, he's all right. Oh, the animations are so good.
so I've been doing a lot of punching forward and punching down using the Y and B buttons. Now I'm gonna do some punching upward to break my way out of this boulder.
I see. So X, the top button, makes you punch up. Y, the side button, makes you punch around your sides. And B makes you punch down. And then I suppose A will make you jump. That... Okay. That's a fun way of doing things.
Thank you very much. Oh, and then we're actually gonna keep punching upwards to smash these crystals above me. Gonna work my way out of this cave in here, see if we can't. Oh hey guys, good. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna save some of our
Gotta
friends
check
here.
on your bud.
Yeah. Give him the old thumbs up. Take care of this guy right here.
Looks like we are pretty deep underground at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, there you go. You're all right, bud. Working our way out of here. Don't worry. I think DK's probably.
Wonder how
He's
long
not-
this
he's
gameplay
not
segment's
drunk
gonna be.
Oh, good. Ingodile's just fine. Everybody's okay.
Does it have a new hat on it? Or was that there before?
Sublayer 10.
Yeah, we got
Interesting. I thought we would be in the above ground area looking all over the place. Oh, these are pretty cool bananas. Oh, shut up, you. Shut it up. Shut up. Yeah, you're going to be climbing back up to the top of the world. Interesting. And then maybe the game goes on further beyond that.
pretty far down here.
We're deep under here.
Yeah.
Or perhaps you go deeper still.
Oh, looks like stuff's still falling down after us.
Something is joining us.
Yeah.
Something screaming?
Yes, that is going down. So even though you're on sub-level 10, there are even deeper levels still. And... Oh, heartburn. More than likely higher levels.
It's just a screaming rock. I'm sure it's perfectly normal.
Perfectly normal.
Yeah.
As
so-
normal as, you know.
NPCs with special dialogue, by the way, are highlighted with that yellow little thing up there.
Push down into this hole.
Yeah, so we're going to explore this larger area here. One other thing I want to check right away is, you know, DK can climb on most surfaces in this game, so I'm sure we should be able to just climb our way right out of here.
Oh, it's Breath of the Wild all over again.
Not
So
quite.
most,
Okay.
but not all.
Yeah, I'm also going to try, maybe if I just get a little higher up, I can chunk jump by using a chunk of terrain to get higher up. Doesn't seem to be doing the trick.
Nope.
You know what, as long as we're down here, I'll show off another cool thing you can do with chunks. So while I have this chunk, I can actually turf surf on it.
Yeah.
And use it to get around. Yeah,
He
these
gets
things start to
around.
whittle away over time. You can see the chunk is slowly
It's
getting
getting smaller, yeah.
smaller and
Getting
smaller.
smaller.
But I can speed up the Y button here and use this to zip around some of these areas a little faster.
And it's worth noting that the strength of the terrain that you use to turf surf depends, or it how long the chunk lasts is based
That's
on
right,
the
yeah.
strength of the terrain.
I have to say, it is very interesting that for Mario's 40th anniversary, we are receiving a big celebratory Donkey Kong game.
He's
But yeah, I can't complain too much.
How are these guys doing?
Besides, things seem to be proper referencey like Mario 64. Not Mario 64, Mario Odyssey. So I'm liking this.
We're going to blast our way up here. Try and make our way back up further to Baboon Town. see if everybody else is all right. But first, I'm going to try and clear these thorns,
Ow.
which clearly hurts DK. Instead, we're going to pick up Chunk,
Sorry, buddy.
clear out this area here, so you can see, yeah, chunks of terrain come in very handy, including eliminating hazards.
Well, and you can also turf surf on top of them too if you need
Yeah,
to.
that's true.
cross
You know, if I really
safely.
wanted to, I could just turf surf on top of hazards like this using a chunk of terrain. As long as I'm watching to make sure that it doesn't whittle
It does-
away
Right.
over time. You can also do little things like that.
The wee
Easily knock out.
orange is there.
Pick it back
What
up.
are the?
Yeah, you lost a
Okay,
little
it's
bit of
healing.
health
It's healing.
when
It's healing.
you Punched those vines.
Yeah, luckily those
Okay.
apples.
Yeah, you got some apples and you restored it.
We're gonna take this other barrel cannon here, blast our way back up. Meet some more friends. Want to check out on this guy? How you doing, bud?
What the hell is this thing?
Sure did.
Covered in this weird gunk.
So this is our introduction to a new kind of hazard here, voided terrain.
Yeah, go up there and try and whack it.
As you can see, this is not smashable, which is quite annoying for DK, as most of us have been.
You
easily
gotta
smashable.
appreciate though the work ethic of these monkeys.
I like
I know.
it.
Like,
They're
look
gonna
at
keep
this
at
one
it.
with the pickaxe.
Never mind that it's impossible.
He
He's
can't
gonna
make a dent, but he's
yeah.
gonna keep
Yeah.
trying.
Gonna
See,
keep trying.
this voided terrain seems to be coming from this device over here. So if I just smash this, that might take care of it. Unfortunately, this thing looks pretty well protected itself.
I love the
Can't seem to
void
smash it,
fucking
can't seem to
tape.
make a
You know,
dent.
like this is a Paper
They're all
Mario.
hit.
Specifically the
Oh,
shit
we are
ones.
close to where that thing fell down.
Yeah, you're right. I think it fell down over here, so we're gonna go check and see what that screaming one is about.
Everyone seems curious, but not brave enough to go check it out themselves.
Luckily, DK is here. DK
They
knows.
wouldn't get anything done if not for DK.
Now you look at this little adorable little baby. Oh, he's surrounded by the tape. He's like made out of the weird stuff.
Just gonna see. if we can
Keep
get
trying,
this thing out of
buddy.
here.
You can do it.
One more big fall.
There we go.
Good job, DK.
He's an adorable little friend. His eyes doing the pop, I think. I'd love that.
That's a fast rock. Okay, DK, it's okay.
I love this little guy.
was a
He's
rough
my son now.
beginning.
He's my son. He's my best friend.
Don't need to tell me twice. As prompt, I'm gonna go follow that talking rock and see what's up.
A little suspicion about a giant Kong that has ripped you out of the ground. It's maybe warranted.
Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
warranted.
I mean, you saw his face.
I take care of more of these guys. In fact, oops,
I would have run away too.
pick up one of these. See if I can. Oh. You know, I
Yeah,
won't take this
graphics
guy.
still not worked out in the
Throw that
3D
thing around there.
environments.
Cleared out the area.
Did you destroy it with its own chunk?
I did. Quit hitting yourself. Oh, unfortunately, I think we also scared this talking rock. So come on, DK, use that entire brain of yours. We can figure out a way to soothe this thing.
Is he using his brain or his stomach?
Why not both?
Yeah.
Hold to make music.
Aw.
I think it's working.
I mean, the man has shown musical prowess in the past, but that is
Now it's a dancing rock.
Cutest
interesting.
dancing rock you've ever seen.
You could call it that.
An adorable little friend, man.
I don't know about all this. I don't know about all this. We didn't ask for a sidekick.
Aw.
Looks like
Hooray.
this Odd Rock is coming with you whether you like it or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Odd Rock.
Part of the Odd
yeah,
Rock's
so now we can use
voice.
the power of Odd Rock's voice, which is pretty handy. Yeah, we calmed it down by making music with it.
So we've seen the music effects
So,
like kind
as
of
we know,
point us
music is
towards
very
this
important in the
this
world
rock
of
guy.
DK. And here, another example of that. Now, Odd Rock and I together can actually make music together and create a path to guide us where we're supposed to go next. So that's
Okay.
one easy way to keep track of where you're supposed to be going as you are punching literally
Right.
everything around you.
Yeah, especially
deforming
if
things.
you are deep in the terrain, making your own pathways.
Yeah.
This will bring you back out.
Yeah, there we go. Just gonna work our way back up here. You know what? I actually want to
Yeah.
smash these crystals.
All the gold.
Don't pass things by.
Yeah, just can't
Smash
resist.
everything.
So we're gonna work our way back up here.
Then this
Hi
thing.
guys. Yeah, we're fine. Now, as prompted, Odd Rock just had a suggestion here that I liked a lot. So we're gonna make music here in front of this thing, which actually frees it up.
Now
Now
we can
suddenly-
punch it.
Thank goodness.
Unavoided terrain.
And now
Nice.
that thing is out of the way, the avoided terrain is finally taken care of. So
So we can ride in the barrel.
Get to the
Yeah.
barrel cannon.
that's just one example of how you and Odd Rock are going to be working together throughout the course of this game to make progress as a team.
Look at it running
You
along
can see
on
they're
top.
pretty good team together, yeah.
I am
so
liking
we
the
check on that
comedy of this game. DK's always been a really
Oh,
fucking funny
okay.
character, so I'm glad they've brought in funny
All the
ha-has.
miners of ours are all right. Check out Baboom Town.
Uh,
There's a lot of stuff here to do. There's a lot of fun stuff waiting for us up here. So of course, I think that's where we're going to end our segment for today.
Yeah. Sounds
Sorry, buddy.
about right.
Yeah, we do have another segment coming up in just a little bit. Here.
Yeah, I was gonna give the game a go because it's your big, proper, like, single-player first-party title alongside Metroid Prime 4. That's kind of a Switch 2, Switch 1 kind of deal. It's split between them. But yeah, no, I'm definitely sold on giving it a whirl.
Show off a little bit more of DK Bonanza in a later area. But that is the end of this introduction segment. That's where we're going to stop it for now.
All
Show it
right,
off in
thank
later
you so
area.
much,
Very
BK
interesting.
And Kay, that was Donkey Kong.
He's gonna start eating the
Bonanza.
fucking
But,
banana. Ugh,
we're-
Jesus.
Next up, we're going to be taking a look at Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Very
So stay tuned.
interesting.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's not gonna.
Skip too far
It's
ahead there.
Bounty Hunter, for those of you that don't know.
Oh, this
but
goes back.
I'm gonna throw it away to Demetrius
Yeah.
to lead us through this.
No, you got that.
Okay,
So we're gonna
and you,
jump
oh, are you gonna
right
use the mouse
in.
controls?
It is the Cosmic Gear 20X. No, I'm not
Story
kidding.
time, come on.
Long
Give it a
story
minute.
short, we're starting at the beginning here. What you're gonna
Dum,
see
dum, dum,
is
dum,
that
dum,
this is a
dum,
research
dum.
facility for the Galactic Federation. It's being attacked by space pirates, and Samus is going to be
Oh.
answering their call. And this is
Ba-ba-dum.
pretty much going to be the beginning of the game.
Those are space pirates. They're allied with Silex. We haven't seen a whole lot. We saw him in Metroid Prime Hunters.
Yeah,
We're not quite sure what the bad blood here is about between Silex and the Galactic Federation.
But he doesn't like her, nor likes, does not like Samus.
Yeah, he's got a deep
Sorry, I
throat
fucking
for
I
Samus.
love Metroid. I'm gonna preface this bit. Unlike Donkey Kong, I have a lot of experience with Metroid. My blind spots are Prime 2 and 3, and also Other M. But as for the rest of the series, I have seen it all. Alright? Okay, fine. I have played the original version of 1 and 2, but I've played the remakes, so that's something. But yeah, that should mean I am more than in the clear when it comes to picking up on things. Plus, I have played the remaster of 1, so even gameplay styles I can pick up on.
Here's the first cutscene, so I won't talk too much over this. I'll let people kind of enjoy it. I can feel the table rumbling.
Ah, it's looking beautiful.
I really want one of those ships, though.
That is a beautiful ship.
Mid fucking like war combat scenario, fuck yeah.
There's a big battle happening right now.
Oh, even Samus using your gunship. I'm trying to pause here to see specifically the
Yeah,
what these ships look like from what's his face.
join in on it.
They're looking cool.
Piece of cake.
That's Samus's contribution to the air fray.
See, there's a lot of action going on the ground.
Looking good for the
That
Galactic
guy.
Federation here.
The Galactic Federation soldiers are trying to.
And the big
fight, but
fucking
it's not
robots
working.
from Prime
They need
Federation.
It's pretty cool to see this, though. Oh. All right.
Yeah, Samus to the rescue. Woo!
Okay, we're about to get to gameplay here in just a moment. I love this scene so much. All right, let me get ready.
And then the fact it so seamlessly transitions from all of that into gameplay.
Some of you might see this area pretty familiar from the first trailer that we showed for Metroid Prime 4, but now we're going to see a little bit more.
So of course you're seeing Samus from the outside, but now we're about to go right behind the visor, and away we go.
So fucking
So
cool.
I'm gonna kind of play a little slower so everybody can kind of just take it all in, but I see a space fighter right here, so I'm just gonna go ahead, not let that stand.
We can see that classic Metroid Prime gameplay where you've got, it's first person, you've got your reticle in the middle there, and you can use that to lock on to enemies there.
Yeah, I'm still not gonna try to take any hits though. Oh, what you doing still? Oh.
Was that voice acting? I think.
Alright, so now I'm gonna
There's
go ahead and do
subtitles.
this. So one thing people should
Voice
know,
acting's in
right
3, I
now
believe.
I'm playing with a split Joy-Con 2 style, so I
Yes! That is the biggest thing that's making me excited for this game, is having the control style of like a regular first-person shooter. Ah, magical.
have a Joy-Con 2 in my left hand and my right hand. And I'm gonna change it up a little bit further we get into this.
Oh,
But
never
also
mind.
you're-
Sorry, you're using that one. Yeah, I don't like that one. I specifically would be using the mouse on table.
Playing in a mode called Quality Mode, which is in 4K, 60 FPS.
Correct.
So for anybody that is watching the stream, we are streaming at 4K. If you have a 4K TV, you will be able to see all the visuals in its very glorious, pristine, pretty graphics.
Samus, you made it. Command needs you to secure a sensitive artifact. Uploading coordinates now.
So right now there is a sensitive artifact that the Galactic Federation is trying to protect, and that the Space Pirates, led by Silex, is trying
Scan
to take.
visor, so scan
Samus is
visor.
gonna try to recover that and defend, and make sure that the Space Pirates don't take it. All right, so here's the area map acquired. Gonna go ahead and open it up.
Yeah, big 3D
So
one.
here's my current position, and I want to make it all the way here.
To that big dome area.
Yeah. To secure the artifact. Move around, you'll see it's going to
Yeah.
be right here, and then if I go down, I am right here. So I'm going to make my way through.
And that's one of the cool things about this. It's got that, again, classic Metroid Prime gameplay where you've got your map and it's kind of in 3D and you can rotate it because it's like navigation and exploration is a big theme in this game and in the series.
Also different visors, so I just switched to my scan visor, and I can scan this door here. It's going to give me access and a little bit additional information here.
It's pretty important too, just like learning more about the lore of this world. So scanning is very important. It's
Yeah, I'm gonna
been
scan the
in
fuck
Prime-
out of
in the
everything like they
Metroid
did in Prime.
series as well. So
Yes,
it's a great way to learn.
way to get additional backstory, lore, also just helpful gameplay tips, and even access to certain areas. All right. Ooh. Try to protect the some of the people here, but they're getting attacked too much.
Yeah, well, this person's so good at the game.
Here, just go away. I can even scan enemies.
Yeah, sure. Stand still while doing that, you
additional-
dipshit.
Here's Space Pirate, you can see.
Jesus Christ.
All right. And now they're gonna go away.
Yeah, no,
They're
this is
pretty
this is
ruthless.
looking like a very standard Metroid Prime affair, but it's not looking half bad. Like graphically speaking, of course, that was absolutely stellar and still very much is quite stellar. Yeah, no, I'm really digging the look at this. Of course, I didn't like Prime 1 for its movement, for its exploring, for anything like that. However, having the split mouse feature, because I do plan to play this specifically on the Switch 2, will make this a lot more tolerable and a lot more palatable. Because I've fallen in love with the Half-Life series on computer, and of course that has been played by me with a mouse and keyboard. So having a mouse and controller hybrid, that just sounds really swell. So yeah, no, I'm very much digging this so far.
So one of them came at you to shank you.
They had it coming.
Definitely. So anything else to scan? We can even check out here where it came down. So we have a
Yeah,
dive
this little
spike.
landing
Yeah.
spikes.
Okay. Things are looking good. I'm gonna make my way through this door here.
There's some environmental stuff that you could also choose to break too.
Yeah.
You never know what's in the containers.
All right. So here's our first major obstacle. So of course,
Right, enter morph
I can
ball,
enter
sounds
into
right.
Morph ball. I can go under small objects.
I imagine we might once again see the whole Samus gets hit by something and loses all her powers type of thing. I 100% will see that coming, because like we've started off with 30 missiles. I don't think we're actually getting that. Plus, actually looking at the health here, we have 3 extra tanks. Yeah, no, we're not getting to keep that.
Or large objects that can go into tiny cracks. I want to make my way.
There we go. That's a classic fucking pirate theme. It might not specifically be for the pirates, but I remember that from Metroid Prime, hearing that over and fucking over again.
Way through here, engaging this big fight.
Now some more space pirates, but we've
Oh,
got
there
a mecha suit.
Okay, so coming up next here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to, this is going to be a big battle after this scene. I'm actually going to switch from the controls I was just doing. I'm going to switch to mouse controls by putting the right Joy-Con 2 here on the surface, and I'm going to actually start playing like that.
So you can see Demetrius is locking on to the enemies with the ZL button, but then at the same time he's using that right Joy-Con to kind of fine-tune his aiming. You know, like maybe the enemies are a little, maybe you have to lead them a little bit, so you have to aim a little bit to one side or the other.
And I'm missing all over the place now. I got a little bit of nerves.
I don't think I'll lock on
There we go.
as well as
But
use
it's
the
really
mice,
cool,
but
though, that
that's
you're
very
able to
interesting.
very seamlessly change between doing dual Joy-Con 2 and then
Yeah,
mouse
you see how
control, so you
quickly I can
choose-
turn to side to side. Now, if I take my hand and just picked it up off the surface, I'm actually now back.
I love that. I love how you don't even need to turn it on or off in the settings. It is a very seamless transition. Very well done, Nintendo. Of course, I am partially worried because if I cover up, like, if I cover up the sensors with my fingers, would that end up tricking it into thinking that I'm going into mouse mode? You know, there's things like that that I am going to worry about a wee bit, but hey, for the most part, I'm going to be using the mouse mode, so it doesn't exactly matter to me. I guess.
In the normal split Joy-Con mode. And I'll once again put my hand back down on the surface. You see that little reticule pop up. You can see how fast I turn.
Yeah, the little tiny one in the
Yeah.
middle.
So I'll keep playing like this.
Yeah, so you can just switch that on the fly. All you have to do to activate the mouse controls is just put the mouse, you know, put the Joy-Con 2 flat on a surface.
Yeah.
Correct.
One thing I'm going to say that they have changed about scanning, at least from Metroid Prime 1, is that it's no longer like there's a specific orange square you've got to look for whenever you want to scan an entire environment. Whenever something's interesting and scannable, it's got this entire radius around it turned into a scannable surface. So actually, go back here, this whole area is scannable and thus is highlighted green. The wee health orbs, scannable, thus highlighted green. I really appreciate that. I hated having to be so finicky and look for the specific small little orange dot, so now having it just be this big fuck-off wall of this is what you can scan, yeah, really preferable.
This guy, I think he's pretty low on health, so it'll tell me even in my visor. Yep, Eternal, 70%.
Yeah, finish him off. All right. Sorry, buddy.
Alright,
Well, that's one of the cool
Collateral.
things too with the scanning is that, you know, some scans you need to do to advance in the story or activate certain mechanisms, but you can kind of decide how deep you want to go into the lore and like figuring out all the explanations of every element that you see in the game.
Oh, they fucking died.
Space is getting swarmed
Yeah, they're
with space pirates.
Coming in real fast.
They're trying to blow the door here. I'm gonna make my way to them as fast as possible. Go past that room. Okay, there we go.
So there's the scientist moving back there with the artifact.
The artifact back there.
Yep.
Putting up a pretty good fight. Coming up is going to be my first collectible here. It's going to be my energy tank. Going to require that.
Okay, same noises as always.
Okay, looks good.
Oh, sorry, right, yeah, that's the bombs. That's always been the bombs. I don't know why I thought that was an energy tank. Hang on, now you've collected an energy tank, though. Will the player still get reset? Or, at the start of the game, are they going to be given the 30 missiles and all of that? I would really appreciate that as a change. The original Paper Mario, to go on a wee small tangent here, for the introductory chapter, does not give you the ability to use action commands, which is the key thing that separates Paper Mario from other RPGs. Similarly, the beginning of Metroid Prime was made really slow by the fact you had all of your power-ups taken away from you, so I really would like it if Samus is teleported away, still with the Morph Ball, still with the bombs, still with the energy tank, and still with the missiles.
You can see that at the top of the screen, the 99 there, that's Samus's health, so adding another energy tank adds an additional set of 99 little energy units.
Yeah, that's a good point. So looking at the screen right now, at the top left, we'll have the tracking meter for all of the enemies. On the top right, you'll have the mini-map. On the bottom right, you have your missiles. The total that you can hold is at the bottom. The total that you have in your inventory is at the top. And then on the bottom left is all of your weapons. And right now, all we have are missiles.
Also, this thing here looks like the Metroid Prime 4 Beyond logo, so I feel the artifact is going to be this specific shape.
So here we're just identifying some unknown materials. If I go over here, I can scan this. Scan that.
Scan everything.
Yeah. So to the left is the artifact. That's what you're seeing here. It's the mark.
Fascinating.
Okay. And we can even just scan some more things here.
I want all the lore.
I
Scan
know.
everything.
I
man.
know. There's so much. I could even say, oh, let's not scan the door yet. Let's scan these guys.
Please give him like a separate name.
Let's get a little bit additional.
Oh, that would have been fucking fun. It gives you scan one of these guys like Jerry Adams. He's married with 2 kids and just 2 days away from retirement.
About the Galactic Federation Troopers. So we got that. All right. So here's another good example of how the control methods work. So right now I'm going to switch back to the normal split styles you see here in my hands. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to the visor. I'm going to scan this door. And this is a Federation lock-on gate. So it uses a lock-on ability that's a little bit special here. So what I'm going to do, switch back to my combat visor, hold ZL to lock on. And now I can use the right thumbstick or a little bit of motion sensor here, and I can kind of aim. And you see it's a little slow here.
Kind of reminds me of
That's one way to do it.
what's his
and now
face?
I'm going to try
Prime 3.
switching over to the mouse controls here, and I'm going to do the same thing with this door.
So while Dee's doing that, I just wanted to mention again, for those of you that are just tuning in, we are streaming in 4K. So we are playing the game in quality mode, which supports 4K to 60.
So it's going to force you to lock on to those specific things, and then make you move the mouse around like that. But I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that as a gimmick having to be done sometimes. But for the most part, I'm going to be moving around the mouse like regular first-person shooter gameplay on computer.
Frames per second.
Correct.
There will be another mode, which is called performance mode, which will run at 120 frames per second at 10.
Yes, a 1080p, but still have DLSS, or whatever it's called.
So you can kind of choose for yourself if you want to focus on the resolution and that image quality, or the performance and like the high frame rate.
Smooth, buttery frame.
Yeah.
All right, so here's our first boss, Avarax. And you're going to see something that is going to be unique that we haven't really seen before.
Oh no!
Watch out, it's a Metroid!
More accurately, that appears to be a Mocktroid,
Be unique.
which is the name given to fake Metroids. Yes, as you can see, unlike regular Metroids, which have 3 balls on the inside, this one only has 1.
We haven't really seen before.
Oh no!
Watch out, it's a Metroid!
Oh.
But unlike normally a Metroid, normally defeating an enemy right there on spot, this one is actually fusing or combining with this enemy, powering it up.
That is interesting. I don't think we've seen before it's fusing with other beings.
So it's fascinating.
I don't think we've seen Metroids fusing other beings. What about Samus? Gee, I hope somebody got fired for that blunder. Yeah, very interesting. I don't know when in the timeline this takes place. Metroids have been dead in the 2D series now since... Well, okay, since the game before last. And even then, technically not, because Samus herself is a Metroid by Dread. So it's very interesting because these Mocktroids might not have an effect on Samus due to the fact she is already part Metroid, or if this takes place after the Prime trilogy, but before the events of Super Metroid, Metroid Prime, Super Metroid, Metroid Fusion, and Metroid Dread, then yeah, no, I don't know. Very interesting though. Fun little way of doing things.
Cut out for you here to me.
Yeah.
No pressure, all the
Just
pressure.
grew a 4-pack.
All right, so I'm gonna lock on a little bit here, just get my bearings. So what we're seeing here is there's gonna be a couple of weak spots. Ow, I jumped way too slow there. All right. No, I'm not gonna let him shoot this. I want to destroy the weak points. There's gonna be multiple. Oh, you just want to throw it a map, don't you?
So the weak points are those little green areas, but the Avarax can shield it with his arms,
Yeah,
but
it goes in like a
can
box.
also put this kind of yellow shield over those areas as well, so you have to bide your time before you're able to shoot it.
It kind of shifts from one to the other. Like he's never gonna have all of those weak points exposed to this.
Oh, how am I missing? Alright, I'm gonna shoot these. You can dodge them, but it's better to shoot them just to get some health back.
They've still got full health. This seems to be like a
Or even
slow
missile
fight.
replenishment.
That
will
or the
be
person
handy.
playing really does
But
just
as you
stink
can see, like,
at
you have to
this
get
type
the
of
angle
game.
right, 'cause
Kind of a bit
shooting
ridiculous.
missiles,
Again, a
you
bit
can
silly.
see the deflect of the missiles like going off.
There we go. There we go. Now it's gonna open up the main weak spot here. I'm gonna try to get as many shots off as I can. He's gonna try to hunt me down with that. Oh, I thought I dodged.
Get him in the belly.
The other key technique there that Demetrius can use to dodge that attack is the strafing one, where if you're locked
There we
on and you push the jump button twice, you can kind of strafe to one side or the other.
Okay, I think I'm getting the general picture, you know.
There we go.
Or you can get real.
I know there's gonna be 3 of them. Yeah, okay.
It'll try
I'm gonna skip ahead through this if you don't mind, because,
Alright, so
you know, it's more of the same kind of stuff.
miles from under. Where that here.
Plus, I don't know, it is spoiling gameplay, which is something I don't usually like to go into too much.
Double jump.
The person says, looking at something entirely focused on
Target
gameplay.
or lock on to. Nice.
But yeah, you know, it's a Metroid Prime fight, an early game one that's looking very slow, very bullet spongy, very boring.
There we go. Okay,
So, you know, more of the same for this franchise. I'm still gonna give it a try, but this is not a good showing.
Did it. It's tough.
Swaps into animated cutscenes, like, really well, as well. Maybe this is done in-engine, but no, to me it looks definitely higher fidelity, higher quality. It's very intriguing that they are able to swap between the two so seamlessly.
You really have to gauge where to aim, and you can see it was all about kind of, you know.
Will
finding
Samus have a voice?
aiming there, which is a lot of fun.
And there's your cunt.
Artifact safe.
Ooh, there's the man himself.
Now.
And there's Silex. You know,
Yeah,
He has 2 Metroid with him, which is also very curious.
Moctroids.
I'm sure we'll find out more about this interesting alliance.
You can see the battles going on back and forth.
Ooh, straight
No,
for the
don't hit the
artifact.
artifact, you stupid cunt.
Let's not
Samus, you had a
miss,
full
come up the
fucking
steps.
thing.
So you can see the artifact now was hit, and it caused it to you know, react to that
And then this causes Samus's teleportation.
in a very peculiar way. And that, folks,
Is where you're gonna end
There
things.
we'll end it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you cunt.
Yeah, just to
Fuck
give you a sneak
you.
peek. We don't want to ruin the full surprise.
yeah.
You already have. We see Samus teleport onto the new planet. Oh, what next, actually? I should listen to this.
World.
Mario Kart.
Watching that. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Up next is Mario Kart World.
Oh, not again. Oh, not again. More Mario Kart. No. This stream is gonna last forever. It never ends. It never ends. Look, I get it. Alright, you're Splatoon. Look, I sound like a cat drowning. Bleh. I actually do like the Splatoon soundtrack. And Splatoon as well. I like the single player Splatoon. But that. Okay, I get it. I get your picture. Can we go back to looking at Mario Kart pretty, please? Oh, here we go. Here's Metroid music. Alright, let's listen to this. Skibidi toilet. Yeah, listen to that. I'm taking a quick break to save my voice, because, like, dear God. Oh, Donkey Kong music. Interesting. So far the music has been like Tetris and Splatoon, and it's all over the show. God, crazy, crazy, crazy sauce. Man, I am beat, but I'm ready. I'm ready to resume this nonsense.
I've got coin.
There's the coin
This is a
fucker.
brand new mode where you're gonna have 24 drivers competing in this transcontinental rally where only one can
The
win at the
coin
very
purse.
end.
The coin
And
purse,
you're trying
man.
not to be eliminated at each checkpoint. We're in a you'll see this in a moment, but before we jump in, you're saying that we're in a multiplayer kind of lobby here. I've got Coin Coffer as my character I've selected.
So
And if I control the
A
camera
weird
with the right
choice.
stick, you can see panning around. We've got BK just really ready to go, jumping around, waiting for the
wheelies.
match to start.
Baby Daisy
Um,
Donut.
Also, I very much like that. Instead of the stupid fucking like world with all the Mii's walking about, you've got an actual playable game while waiting, and you can even practice what you plan to drive on.
Yeah.
With with the left stick, I can also kind of move coin coffer.
Oh, you've brought back the LUP message. Can I say I'm using tilt controls? Am I able to say it? That is all I want to know. I'm using tilt controls. Yeah.
And if I don't have an item to use the ZL, I can kind of do a little horn animation here. But since I'm the host, I'm going to go ahead and get us started now. And we will be playing, again, like I said, Knockout Tour. We've dialed it up. We're going to be 150cc this time.
Oh, hell yeah.
And we've also turned up calm difficulty to hard if you think we're up for it.
I like how that's separate here. I do wish... Oh, but it's online, though. Yeah. Ugh, that's annoying. That's annoying. I don't like how the speed and calm computer difficulty are lined up right next to each other. I suppose it makes sense, because otherwise then you'd have, like, so many different cups. Like, you'd have 50cc easy, 50cc hard, 50cc medium, you know, it's ridiculous. So I guess it makes sense, but it is something that's always irked me.
You gotta ramp it up a little bit for Corey and BK. These are no amateurs here.
You guys are pretty good at this. I want to see a challenge.
I'll take the vote of confidence. We'll see what happens.
Yes.
That's one of the things I love about this mode. This is my favorite.
And then picking one of these many different things. Oh, actually... Oh, mama. Okay, we just skipped by something very intriguing. Right, so we've got this fucking dinosaur one, this like beach kind of area with the little seagull guys. Okay, so right, this isn't showing all the images. This is only showing some of the images. Like this here, for example, has these fucking Moai guys. Oh my god, are these supposed to be from fucking Super Mario Land? Hold on. Hold the phone, Reno. Yes. Super Mario Land, Moai. Huh. Oh, whoops. They fucking brought back these guys. I can't wait to play as one in my cart. These rolling things we already saw. Yeah. This is Peach Beach. This is Dino Jungle. This is Koopa Troopa Beach. This is something we've already seen. This is something we've already seen. This is the stupid fucking desert one from DS. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different cups, and these cups seem to use quite a lot of the DLC cup logos from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Hey, go back. Go right on back, you little scoundrel. This weird fucking thing, I've seen these knocking about. It's like an underwater enemy from New Super Mario Bros. U. This is a scary lakeside environment. Not too sure if it's from a previous game or not. It could be the N64 scary one. Maybe. I'm not too sure. Generic beach one with the crabs, I don't think that's Cheap Cheap Beach. I think it's going to be a brand new one. And you have this mountain one, which you've already seen in the past, which looks like a real complete fun blast to go through. You go to the very top, blow, whoa, that's awesome. Awesome, baby. We have this place, which is your like kind of proper Japanese-style thing. Setting it in an autumn valley, though, makes me think of Paper Mario the Origami King, which sucks because that game blows chunks. Now, as for here is interesting. Here is very interesting. So we have Peach Beach. This is more than likely the Wario ship level. If you actually show it for a moment, or do you just skip past? No, you just skip straight past. This is probably Wario Shipyard. This is Peach Beach. This, I don't know. This looks like a new one. I think it might be themed around Birdo. Yep, there's a statue of Birdo right there. This is DK Pass. This is Sweet Canyon, Sweet Valley, whatever the fuck it was called, from Tour/Mario Kart Deluxe. This seems to be an updated version of Rosalina's Ice World. I always hated that track, so getting a better version of it is, very, very good. And this is Boo Theater. It is a theater for the Boos, or for King Boo specifically, where you actually drive into the screen, which I really, really dig. Okay, you are going so fast. You know people are going to be breaking this down frame by frame, you wanker. Oh, sorry, look, as we can see, Sweet Canyon, as shown. I was correct. I did not misremember things. Because I believe we had saw that temporarily previously. And then here, oh, would you look at that, folks? You know what that looks like to me, even someone as uneducated with Mario Kart Wii? That, my friends, is Toad's Factory. Toad Factory, whatever the fuck it's called, that's Toad Factory. That's a brand new Bowser's Castle, right where you'd expect it to be. Well, maybe it's not brand new, but come on, it should be brand new. Moo Moo Meadows has returned again for some reason. This guy has like an underground segment, I'm now realizing. Very interesting. Autumn Valley, I don't think it's Ninja Hideaway, or Ninja Hideaway, sorry. Yeah. Hell yeah, I was right, Toad's Factory. They played the music in the trailer, it's because it's a real location. Here we have already seen bits and pieces of, though again, we're seeing new areas, like this transitionary area, to get to the snowy area from Candyland. Then here, we've got the Condors, or Conkdors, or the hell they're called. We've got these guys, which remind me of the Brambles from New Super Mario Bros. But different. This area here is Mario Circuit 1, 2, and 3. Not Mario Circuit 4, strangely enough. But still 3 of the Mario Circuits. Up here is this big fuck-off tree. Looks really cool. Probably isn't the Shy Guy tree from Eat Deluxe. It's got wigglers. That's pretty neat.
Every single match I've played in this is different because there's so much.
That's something they're choosing.
So much possible things that can
Go ahead and go.
We're gonna go to Golden Round.
All right. Nope.
Ah, and then, okay, I randomly choose between the two.
Which one is it? Which one is it gonna be?
All right, we're gonna go to the
Interesting.
Ice Valley.
Ice Flower.
Okay.
We're gonna see a lot. We're gonna see a lot here. Oh god. Also, all our characters. Fishbone. Fishbone. Peepa. Thank you. Peepa. Sidestepper, Waluigi. Baka. Okay, we're gonna get a good, healthy helping of viewationing of what this is. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see all these.
24 players.
A good chunk of these are new. They might not go through all of it, though.
Everything else will be comps. But as the mode mentions, you'll be knocking players out at each checkpoint. But what's really fascinating about this mode is that all of these courses are interconnected. So you're going to go from one to the other. And so right now we're in segment 1, so all these players will need to place at 20th or better to make it to the next segment.
You can see the checkered flag in the lower right. That indicates which segment you're on.
Okay, so 6 segments. Right, only one go through.
On 6th, 5th place?
Just took out Sidestepper.
Staying close to the front here early on, but that could change pretty fast.
Yeah. Oh, I just got crushed by Birdo.
Very interesting. Penguins sliding down as a stage hazard. Oh, and then they're playable. I was right again. Penguin bobsled.
Oh,
Nice.
the penguins coming at you too.
And then we're making our way up to the Rosalina part.
In their,
Piano.
Yeah, I am loving how they're essentially able to use all of these locations in so many different ways, you know? Like, every track they've designed, and there's a decent number here, is usable in so many different scenarios. It's explorable as a single-player experience. It works as a regular 3-lap track. It works as a track to get from, like, one thing to another thing, you know, as a supplementary track. It's a very intriguing way of doing things. It's something we have not seen in Mario Kart before, and something not achievable in Mario Kart before, and I am absolutely loving it. It builds off of what Tor implemented with the multiple different track routes in a beautiful way.
Tat here. Yeah, I don't, you know, on the right-hand side, too, you see that top-down map letting you know, like, just kind of where you're at in your current segment. So we're about 3/4 of the way through our first segment, and since we only need to be 20th or better to move on, not feeling the pressure too much right now.
Oh, blue shells are back on the area. Well, maybe not back. They might have been like that, and yet I'm not too sure. I'm usually in the front getting hit by them. Humble brag. So, yeah, no, that's good, though. That's good. It's always better when they're actually on the ground, because that way they, you know, hit people and are actually useful for the people getting blue shells.
Ninth, but as you said, Teresa, anything can happen.
Oh, okay. I was about to question, like, the point of the box. It seems to just help everyone behind you. No, you do get coins from it, but also the people behind you. So it's a balancing in that sense, I suppose.
Matches, so you never get to a point where you're too comfortable.
Like that. Like that giant thunderbolt that just hit.
His lightning strikes always catch him by surprise.
And as you see this on my screen, there's sort of this like rainbow.
Yeah, I noticed that in the actual direct. There was a rainbow effect whenever you're getting up to the, oh, you better be one of the ones to make it through kind of thing. So, yeah, no, I like that. I like that.
That means I'm getting close to the cutoff checkpoint, but because I'm roughly 9th, I've made it.
We're both very safe.
We both get to continue racing.
So the next conditions now for this segment is
150 cc is not looking that fast.
To make it to the next segment.
Oh my god, is this like... That was very Mount Mario.
Everybody wants the crown.
See if I can hold on to this crown for just a minute.
I don't know. Yeah.
We're still in
Yeah.
we're
He
still
already
in
has a
icy
crown, but, like,
territory,
I
so
kinda want the
take it
other crown.
easy.
I have to get revenge on Birdo.
Yeah, prioritize.
Sorry for cranking the sign up there. I was really trying to listen to the music to see if it was
Yeah, as we all know, the most
harkening back to it. But no, this is actually blending into DK Pass.
But why? Oh, you got
no.
some snazzy Shy Guy snowboarding in this one.
Oh, there you go.
Look at him.
Whoa. A little too close.
I've
for
gotta
comfort.
get
Snowman as a hazard.
time as well. Let's see if I can.
Thus as a playable character. My logic is sound.
Skip that.
So close.
Oh, Ice Flower.
Oh, there it is. Ooh, wow, that's
Yes, okay, right. It doesn't completely freeze you, but it does make you all a slip in and a slide in. So it is different to the Fire Flower in that sense. So I wish it's a bit more extreme, but I like it. I like it. I also like how it like splits out over a wide area, like the Fire Flower in Double Dash.
Is that a pun there?
Just gonna leave this banana.
I've got to assume this is a remix of DK Summit. I'm not familiar enough with the soundtrack to Wii. I mean, like the big boys I know, but this one, I don't know.
That's one level of security I would really enjoy having.
I do enjoy that when you do go over water as well, your vehicle will automatically transform into that hovercraft kind of mode. Oh no. Oh, I somehow.
Alright, so we're coming up. That checkpoint's good.
Also, I guarantee you, two main things when it comes to a final special cup. There will be a knockout cup where you have to go the entire race. Like, you will have to pass by every area once. Comic item, buddy, we looked at that ages back. We went frame by frame, considering the items in here. So yeah, there is a comic item. No clue what it does yet to see it be used. Unless you had saw someone using it off screen.
Quick.
Yeah.
See those colors creep in from the side.
Yes, knockout mode and regular mode will both have one where you have to go across essentially the whole island to properly experience it all. And I dig that, honestly. I dig that. I think the original Mario Kart, maybe Super Circuit, there's a certain quite old Mario Kart where you had to back-to-back every single one for a certain trophy or a certain reward, or there was one that was like all of them built together. I think we could see the return of that, but you won't have to do 3 laps in each area. It is just one lap, one lap, one lap, one lap.
Yep, on BK
We got
screen.
first and third place, so.
Oh, and
There's
now
still
we're
so
gonna
much
go
that's left. I accidentally skipped ahead earlier and
Alright, so we're
saw
now in
Breath of
third
the Wild.
segment, so the stakes are getting higher.
Fuzzy
We now
batteries.
have
Fuzzy's
to
gonna be
place
playable.
12th or better to make it to the
Piranha
next
Plant is playable. We see a Piranha Plant spitting things out.
round.
I also like how, unlike in the Booster Course Pass, where we saw regular Piranha Plant spitting out fire, it is specifically the Fire Plant, Piranha Plant design shooting fire.
Keep it going, keep it going. Some of my favorite things about this, as well as all this different road traffic you're encountering.
Oh,
Fire
yeah.
Bro, I think that means that Fire Bros are confirmed as playable characters because we already have Hammer Bro. Additionally, then we'll probably see Ice Bro. Oh my, everything hurts. And Boomerang.
Your way through here.
Yeah, keep talking
All his costumes.
while you're up there in first.
You can see on BK's screen he has 20 coins, so that's optimized to speed.
You
Oh,
didn't,
no.
I don't
Or
even
it's
need a
on
point to that, right?
17
Oh, great.
coins, so
You're making me a target here, Teresa. I'll let you keep these things out.
what?
Yeah, I actually don't mind being
Multiple tricks.
third right now.
Multiple tricks considering how, depending on how much airtime you have.
Safe right now.
It is pretty safe because BK's playing a risky game that he can get taken out by a spiky shell.
Very interesting. Additionally, they just did not fucking care about the road there. They skipped over everything.
Well. Alright.
Hang on, the crown here is actually different. If you looked at the one earlier, as I had pointed out, it had the shine sprite on top of it, but this one has little fire on top of it. But it still has the world thing underneath it. This could be because this is a crown in the Crash Out, or whatever it's called, mode, and then Grand Prix has the shine sprite, but still very interesting that they use the shine sprite for that. Very, very interesting. I don't know what's up with it. There's a lot more sunshine iconography. Could we be reaching the point where GameCube nostalgia is what will be the big thing this generation, because there was a healthy chunk of N64 nostalgia last gen, and with the addition of GameCube on NSO, I think we could be building ourselves up to looking at, shitloads of GameCube references.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Got some flying action.
Drive through all these different environments, see so much variety going on in the world of Mario.
Yeah, I'm loving the maple tree.
Also, sorry, advertisement for Cheep Cheep, and we have Cheep Cheep as a playable character.
They're very pretty.
There's logic here.
Coming up on the last couple curves here, a little hairpin curve here. BK.
Oh, that's gonna make visibility a little difficult for BK.
Oh no!
Oh,
I had some takoyaki.
they ate the food, whatever the hell they just said, to get the boost, but they did not change costume. Interesting.
Big takoyaki.
I didn't get to eat it. Coin coffer, got 20 coins.
Very interesting.
All right, so
I'm mostly focusing on the person in first place, and I'm really sorry.
Still.
Comfy.
God, I feel old. You
now
are
that we're
old.
in the next segment.
Let me enjoy
we're
one
gonna-
last Corey.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right.
Oh.
You're gonna
Oh, who is that I spy? Who is that Adonis
now
of a
that we're in
man?
the next segment,
Let me enjoy
we're
one
gonna let-
Oh,
Corey.
yeah,
Look at this
you're right.
fucking ugly Womp. Sorry, Thwomp. Womps are the sky ones. Oh, you are a horrible little guy. Ew. You're fucking ew. Yeah, I am saving that ugly creature for later. I understand that they wanted to probably separate it from regular ones to show, hey, this one turns into a ramp that you can trick off of, but like,
Oh,
oh my god.
Enjoy
Oh.
something coming in.
Oh no!
oh no.
Like a gift from Birdo.
Oh,
No, thank
here
you.
it comes,
I don't
here
know
it
what
comes.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Oh.
Can't feather your way out of that one.
Yeah, see, it refuses to let you go underwater, so it seems very much that underwater gameplay is gone, which I'm fine with. Hang on, the comic item was just used on the other screen.
No, thank you.
Yes, comic item was got.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm honestly okay with seeing underwater gameplay disappear. Also, a closer look at this creature that I will be referring to as a thwomp. That is the unofficial name for these things until someone says an official name. That is the thwomp. He is my son, and I dropped him multiple times. Yeah, I'm happy to see underwater gameplay gotten rid of, because honestly it was not that interesting. It just felt like regular gameplay, but a bit floatier. Having this on top of the water gameplay should be, at the very least, a mix-up, you know? Yeah, comic item, here we go. Let's see how this thing plays out.
Took a little dunk there.
Oh, all right.
Oh, you're coming up behind me. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Okay, the comic
That gave
chases
Corey a little bit of more time to catch up with
forward.
BK, but we'll see what happens. We
Still
still have a couple
yeah.
more segments. So
Okay, it seems to have
with
made
this
the
fourth
hazards
one, they're having
bigger?
To place at 8th or better. So you guys are doing
Is that what that was? Were there cheap cheeps there
catch up with
before?
BK, but we'll see what happens.
There were cheap cheeps there before. Okay, so, as I had theorized earlier, Comic's usual powers involve making things bigger. It made things in the, over there bigger. I feel like this will be random based off of where you are on the track and that kind of thing. A weird mixed bag of an item, because that is an inconvenience to both the player in front and the player who uses it. Spawned the cheap cheeps. It's a little hard to see for myself, but
That gave Corey a little bit.
I
more
almost
time
swear I
to
can
catch up
see
with BK, but
things already there before
See what
they
happens.
become massive.
Still
But
have a
yeah,
couple
Yeah.
more
either way,
segments,
it still
so
inconveniences
with
the
this
player.
fourth one, they're having to place at 8th or better. So you
Which
guys-
is very interesting, because I think the only other item, like that, was the Thundercloud from Mario Kart Wii, where it would make you speed up while you had it, but then it would hit you with the Thunder effect, like the Thunderball item, if you had it for too long. It was a hot potato kind of system. I'm glad to see that they're reintroducing items like that, though, because it adds a lot of strategy to the game. That being said, I don't fully like it because you have to use the item to get rid of the item. So in this scenario, I don't know, I feel a bit mixed on it because you have to use the item to get rid of it to get a replacement.
You guys are doing pretty good so far.
To further talk about this, Mario Kart Wii, you did automatically have to use a Thundercloud, but then you could just focus on slowing down another player, or you can try test your luck to see how far you can get with it. Like, give us Bowser Shell. Yeah.
We'll get taken out by the
Oh, Boomerang Bro.
players.
Yeah, you're both kind of out of the pack right now, but
Big Chain Chomp. Ooh, Chain Chomp as a driving. Is that a Banzai Bill?
that's not a
That is a Banzai Bill. Makes sense considering the fact that we have Airship Fortress returning.
permanent state.
But yeah, that's being shot from a car like that. Chain Chomp as a playable driver would be fucking hilarious and stupid in all the best ways possible. It would make more sense than that dumb cunt snowman. So Nintendo, please let it happen. And a Bullet Bill or Banzai Bill would be another what the fuck inclusion, which is why it should happen. I mean, come on, a Bullet Bill using the Bullet Bill item, like, that's just perfect.
If we're looking at the little mini map on the right side of the screen, you can see they're catching up.
That being said, I'm noticing a lot of these tracks aren't the most complex or the most difficult. I do understand, of course, it is Mario Kart at the end of the day, and it shouldn't be a super, super hard game. However, these tracks don't seem that hard to traverse. That being said, it will still take me forever to 100% this game, because fucking doing the Grand Prix is up to random chance thanks to the items.
Yeah, you've got a nice little lead again here.
Also, I really like these, like, cherry blossom covered hills.
Toads and sedans. They're just on their morning commute.
Interesting. That big fuck off block could probably be hit with an item. Like, you could throw a bomb up to it, most likely to activate it, or more importantly, you can use the feather to leap up and hit it. I gotta wonder what was coming out of it. He was in Tennis Aces. Yes, the Chain Chomp was in Tennis Aces, and was by far the best character inclusion in that game, because they just shoved the racket in his mouth.
And all these toads and sedans. They're just on their morning commute. They have no
Sunday
idea what's
drivers.
going on.
And now they're throwing bullet bills at you. Fireballs.
That's Banzai Bills. Or is Banzai Bills are really, really big ones now? In my mind, it's a Bullet Bill if it doesn't have a mouth. It's a Banzai Bill if it has a mouth. And then you've got the big fuck off bills, which is their official Nintendo given name.
It's just typical road traffic in the mushroom kingdom.
It's very busy.
Coming up on the checkpoint.
I
Top
love-
8 make
yeah.
it through. Pretty comfortable first.
And yeah, the order is really helpful there to just know
Yeah.
you're getting closer.
All right.
Then
fifth
this is the end.
segment. So now you're needing to place at 4th or better. That's
Starts getting
pretty
really
challenging. Yep.
I think I see you right up there, weaving in
No,
and
you don't.
out.
No, you don't.
Gotta love the train.
Mind your business, Corey.
Yeah.
I'm loving
Oh,
the
no.
cherry blossoms. because
Speed limit
they're very
infinity.
on point for the season and
Goomba
the
Tower,
challenges
hell
as
yeah.
well.
That is true.
Whoa.
All right.
Interesting, that wasn't an instantaneous fuck up. Even though, actually, let's replay that. Even though the two things collided,
For the season as we're going into spring.
that was a mere slight bump. Fascinating. Either the cars in this game have a minimal effect, or, more likely, the collision for cars has been changed. Now I consider things such as if it was a head-on collision or just a small side collision. Now meaning if you hit a hazard slightly at the side, it might not have as big an effect as if you hit it head-on. I see. This is also why the Goomba could still be a threat, because the Goomba we saw earlier will chase right towards the player, so if the player's not going fast enough or tries to drift into the Goomba, they probably get damaged, but if they drive straight into them, then they're completely fine. EGAD can have a chance. God, man. I really want EGAD. I really, really want EGAD.
That is true.
Whoa.
All right.
BK just clipped that car. You can see it's not an automatic
Oh,
wipe
no.
out if you touch the cars. You know, you might get knocked up a little bit. You might go up on 2 wheels. You might kind of stumble and flip around. But sometimes even when you crash, you can maintain a little bit of your momentum.
Like that. Okay. Cars are just weaker now. Hazards on the road are just weaker now. Alright.
Didn't use their turn signal. I think that was there.
Was that a toad in a police car?
Didn't use
We got the Popo, the Po-Toad. That's amusing.
that was their fault. I'm pretty sure that
Better item here. Give me some offensive firepower.
Whoa! Nice dodge there, BK.
Thank you.
So, like, Toad Police implies, you know, Toad Law Enforcement. It implies law in the Mario universe. It implies fucking... It implies a lot of things. Is there a prison we can visit? I mean, if there's police cars, then there has to be, like, a place where the arrested go. Weird, man. Heck, Flood can. Flood would be such a weird out-of-the-box thing, but I would really dig it. I'd love to see Flood. Cappy was one people wanted a long time for Mario Kart, and I'd still like to see him in here. Yeah, there's a lot of them, but I think what they've done with using these stage hazards and doubling them up as characters is a really smart move to pad out the character list. I do wish that, you know, I don't know, because I like variety in hazards. I do really appreciate that, but part of me does yearn to just have more characters from the Mario series represented in this. So, I don't know, it's very weird, especially since, like, all of these guys have costumes, which represents a lot of things. For example, let's look at the Piranha Plant character. The Piranha Plant can have costumes linked to Paper Mario through Paper Mario-specific exclusive versions of Piranha Plants, like the Putrid Piranha we could see a costume of. It's a small thing, it's literally just a color change, but now you have referenced a Paper Mario game, and it's like with Goomba, you know? Stick a blue hat on him, you've now referenced Paper Mario 64. There's a lot that can be done with the costumes of all these enemies, so even if we don't get, like, Dimentio or Olivia from Origami King, we could still get little references in the form of the specific enemy variants from the RPG series making their way over.
Don't recommend trying this at home.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Up on 2 wheels there. I know, you've had that crown for a long time.
Why are you so stupid? That was a stupid decision.
You said that.
Look where you're driving.
I'll take it.
Gosh.
I will take it.
Okay, very good hit by that person. By Corey.
It's all right.
That's not the end though, yeah. Top 4.
We're into the final segment now.
Lakitu changes his look on the last set of laps.
Back, Corey.
Weird.
Give it back, Corey.
Alright.
I mean, you can't deny that coin coffer looks pretty amazing. Crown.
You know what? It does kind of make the coin coffer having the crown on his head there.
I mean, it's in the name.
I
So.
have to wonder what alternative outfits this fucker would have. Imagine Paper Mario courses. I really strongly think this game will see DLC in the same way that Mario Kart 8 saw DLC, where they will add new, smaller islands that would have multiple courses specifically tying into certain franchises or certain subsets of the Mario series. For example, we would see one that would focus on the Mario and Luigi series, like perhaps, I don't know, you've got the Bean Kingdom you can drive through, and you can go underwater over to, what's his place? To Pillow Island. And then boom, you've represented 2 of the Mario and Luigi games. Or, you represent a bunch of the islands from fucking Brothership. I preferred the first rather than the second, but both are very possible, and both would then introduce, you know, a whole bunch of characters you can have. But costume-wise, honestly, the old design for the, coin purse guy, coin purse, Moneybag, that's his name, Moneybag. So they are separate enemies, Coin Coffer and Moneybag, but they are functionally the same. In fact, here we go. This is a great evolution thing to show off. This is Mario Odyssey design, but we had the 64 design that came back in New Super Mario Bros. And we had the really weird fucking either Galaxy 1 or Galaxy 2 design. But I think if he's going to get costumes, these 4 have a decent chance of being said costumes.
It's got a lot of bling. Need all the treasure.
Oh no! Oh, somebody cut across the grass.
wow.
Who was this? Now I have a rival.
This BK person is really clinging on to items.
Simple.
There we go, now a
Just
costume
gotta
change.
aim for first, so let's see who.
Ooh, look out, heads up.
Oh
Fine.
no,
Totally
Corey.
fine. Oh, it's not for me. I still got my
not
super
fair.
award.
It fell down.
It was Waluigi, I think. Wow.
Just holding on to my
My
super
man.
award over
Corey
here.
is strategically sandbagging it to avoid that spiny shape.
I want to say I totally did that right now. Yeah,
Corey, I
I
appreciate
wish.
you broadcasting what you have equipped right now. It's going to help me out a lot.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay, he's starting to
BK
push
here
back
is going to get the win.
Trying.
Coin shell coming.
The coin shell moves in a very interesting pattern. Isn't that the sunshine model of the money bag? Let's have a little peeky weeky back at this. That looks too high fidelity to be Sunshine, I'm going to be honest. Maybe it is. I haven't played Sunshine enough to be able to know. But I feel like that's specifically the Mario Galaxy one. Because, yeah, look, they leave the footprints invisible. Well, that's always how they've been. They've always been invisible. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. that. Also, this fucking guy. I would love to see this fucking guy come back. That'd be a great thing for Mario Kart. Like, you can use that in a lot of different ways. I was going to say something about this, but I have now long since forgotten.
He's sitting at 15 coins. He's got the coin disadvantage
Yeah,
right now.
you probably want a few
Or he's got a
more.
full
Yeah,
coin.
BK, you almost won, but nope.
Hey.
You know what?
Nicely
Well
done,
raced, Corey.
Corey.
Well raced.
So we were playing here with what? Two humans. We were playing against 22 CPU. Of course, you can play Knockout Tour online as well, so everyone would be a human player. But
Is that a remix of the previous trophy theme? It's like bow 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 boom ba boom boom ba bow now now bow now ba da da da.
Knockout Tour online as well, so everyone would be a human player. But it is nice going up against some hard CPU as well.
Yeah.
You can only imagine that.
It is in fact a new take. Okay, I was right with my hearing. I was very correct. Yeah, awesome. And yeah, as expected, they moved straight on. I like how they've brought back custom designs, because that was one thing that really annoyed me about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, especially, was that, first of all, they didn't add new designs for the trophies. Isn't that something? I would love him in the game. Yeah, Mario Galaxy anyways. Yeah, they did not add new designs for trophies for the Wii U DLC tracks, and they did not add new designs or trophies for any of the 8 Deluxe's DLCs. So, seeing... Oh, no, wait, actually. No, I'm a stupid fuck. This is a generic thing, isn't it? Because this was the ground texture. I think this is just what all knockout ones are going to look at. Because look at the texture at the bottom here. It's all fire-based. Okay, yeah, no, never mind. All knockout trophies are going to look like this, but with a different logo on the front. God damn it.
Online as well, so everyone would be
Yeah, 24 players at once. This is a sign that they have upped the online capabilities of the Nintendo Switch 2.
nice going up against some hard CPU as well.
Yeah.
You can only imagine that chaos, though, of like 24 players just.
It sounds like genuine fucking hell.
Yeah, I think we got pretty lucky given the item distribution on this one. It gets much more chaotic depending on what some of those other CPUs get equipped with, what some of the other human players get equipped
Oh
with.
yeah,
Right.
be fun. Cool. Well,
Hello.
that's all we have for this segment.
This
but,
segment.
Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Up next is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
The Welcome Tour. The fact that this costs any amount of money really fucking pisses me off. Like, I'm sorry. This shitty fucking graphic advertisement for the Nintendo Switch 2's capabilities. Like, you're fucking making this cost money. Like, I've held back on talking about the cost of the games. That is a video I do kind of want to make. But the main thing about it is that if I squint, I can see. Like, for this Mario Kart, it is gargantuan. And you know what? Fine. Fine. I can accept its price. And the Donkey Kong, you know what? I'll accept him as well. But this not being a pack-in is a genuine disgrace. I am fucking disgusted by this. 1-2 Switch moment. 1-2 Switch was even worse. Like, say what you will about this, at least it's gonna cost like €6. 1-2 Switch was a fully fucking priced game for what was lesser than Wii Sports. I think that's what irritates me the most, is that this experience, lesser than previous pack-in titles, is not a pack-in title. Like, looking at previous pack-in titles, fucking, like, Rob the Robot and his games, or, like, at least Super Mario Bros. For the NES, both, well, those were pack-in titles, technically, for the NES. Super Nintendo, I'm not sure if World was a pack-in, but it certainly was there. N64, Mario 64, you know, I don't know which things were pack-ins and which things weren't. I'm going to be honest, I don't actually know that too well. But one thing I do definitely know is that Wii Sports was a pack-in for the Nintendo Wii, and dear fucking god, was it a good title. That is the gold standard, and the fact we've been seeing this horse dickery ever since disgusts me. It very much disgusts me. And look, now they're focusing. This is actually what they focus on for the most part.
Too. It's words of encouragement.
It is remarkable.
Okay, wait, this... I really fucking like this.
So how many pixels 4K represents?
Yeah, we've come a long way
Sure.
since the NES.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You know what? You know what? Fine. That's cool. Later on, there was a Mario World and All-Star bundle. Thank you very much. Okay. And while not a launch bundle, Still something to consider. Still something to consider. But yeah, this is a cool fucking thing. I like this. I would almost love to play like a Mario, a remixed version of the original Mario Bros. Where this is the case.
Single screen at 4K. All right, so we got our checklist. We didn't finish all the things on our checklist, but that's okay. We didn't get our medal. I'm just gonna have to live with it.
Okay.
More to
It's like a cool thing to...
Nintendo Switch 2. My name is
Oh, this game. Okay, right. This is another thing I don't really care about. Like, I get it, you use your weird steering, but it's a multiplayer game. It's not a disgrace, I don't think. It doesn't disgust me, its existence. But I really don't care for it. I really don't think I can add any commentary to it. If you're interested, go watch it for yourself. But as for me, I cannot add anything to the discussion there. Here we go. Now, this is a bit more my speed, alright?
Back to Nintendo
A
Treehouse
fucking
Live,
monkey?
Nintendo Switch
A monkey?
Once
Yeah.
again, I am Demetrius, and I'm joined here with BK and K.
They've got two fucking bananas now. This is getting worse.
Get it? Alright. So what we're going to be showing off again is Donkey Kong.
Are those
Banana
banana earrings or just yellow
Global
earrings?
Exploration. So why don't we talk about what we're doing right now?
Well, okay, so we are starting out in a different section of the game here compared to that earlier segment we played, which was an Ingot Isle.
I like the fucking monkey faces on the bush here. It's reminding me of a certain species of them, which is very good. The game is very monkey focused. You know, a lot of the time in Donkey Kong we're focusing on like weird new species or whatnot. You know, like we had the fucking crocodile looking ones, a King K. Rool was, and we also had the whole cold tribe, I suppose. So seeing specifically monkey stuff dotted about the place, it's very nice. I really like it. I really like it. Additionally, now I see that there are way more logos over here. I'm suspecting that this might be a region-specific currency, where based off of where you are in the world, you will get it. It's kind of like the purple coins in Mario Odyssey.
In the introduction,
Bubble, water physics, okay. Big fucking banana, of course, as it's kind of specified earlier, is probably like your triple moons, or at the very least, this is like your Mario Odyssey specific mission moons, where you'll have other smaller, unripe bananas dotted about the place.
this is a little later on in the lagoon layer.
Yes.
the lagoon layer. So we are underground, farther than we were before. It's beautiful down here.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it looks like we're above ground. No, this is what an underground area looks like. So yeah, we are just going way deeper down. That's an Undertale song reference.
As always.
Sorry, I can't waste any time. I gotta
Yeah,
get these bananas.
You got. He's a hungry boy. He needs his banana.
Yeah, it was 3 in a row there. You'd think that would fill up his belly, but no, he's always hungry. One thing I want to talk about early, we also talked about this in the earlier segment if you missed it, but there's all these hidden pockets everywhere in all the different layers and levels of this game,
Right.
including this one. So I want to go ahead and demonstrate that now. Like, we can actually just go ahead and punch our way down here.
There you go, and keep going.
And away we go.
We really want to stress
Mining
how
away.
fun it is and how fun it is to just dig tunnels wherever you can, because you never know what is waiting
yeah,
for
look at the little
you.
cave system.
Perfect. You found
Pocket right
something.
here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Break through the floor here.
There we go.
All right.
It's waiting behind door number 1.
Wowie. And look, a banana down here.
Banana.
Oh, banana.
That's 4 bananas in a row. If you want to play along at home, make sure you eat 1 full banana on every banana.
Well, we're off to a good start because our objective
Yeah.
in
Like,
the
all I'm saying is, Nintendo, you should hire me as one of the guys to play this. Yeah, as like a player guy for these types of things. I swear I won't swear a lot.
Music, which is
That's a lie.
back up above, so I better head back up there using this conveniently placed barrel cannon.
All right. And
There we are.
We started.
And now we have a quick shortcut in case I need to get back down there.
That's great. That's great.
I should probably actually follow this path, though.
Yeah, so we've got some buzzoids hanging out up here, and they're throwing chocolate, which is
Buzzoids?
not very fun.
Hang on, I'm going to give him a taste of his own medicine.
There we
Nice.
go.
There you go.
Youch.
Wow, and he took out a piece of the terrain with
Yeah.
him.
I like that because it shows that all these enemies can also deform the terrain around you.
That is a giant chunk.
Yeah, even the
of
enemies can
stone you
deform.
found there.
like that.
Wow.
Aye.
Really helpful. Did you punch upwards? For
I
that?
sure did.
Oh my gosh.
I just
Look
love
at
the
that.
animation of this. It's so good.
Also, I'm now realizing Donkey Kong there whenever you're looking at him
Oh my god.
and he was hidden partially behind the surface, he has the same Mario Odyssey effect of the dotted thing that Mario had. So I am with 100% confidence saying that this team, at least in some part, was worked on by the Super Mario Odyssey team, and that the leak from a while back that the Super Mario Odyssey team were the ones working or were entrusted with working on a 3D Donkey Kong, that those leaks were entirely true, and this is the culmination of that.
So good.
I think that one could last you the entire level if you wanted.
Here's okay. So since I'm holding this convenient giant chunk of stone, this concrete slab here is actually too tough for DK to punch right through on his own. So I'll need to pick up this chunk of stone. You can see how this material interacts with each other.
Wow, it's
Oh.
even too strong for the stone.
Another chunk off the wall there.
You did do some damage though.
This
Gonna
is
take one more.
strong.
Here we go.
There we
I did the
go.
trick. Good job.
That was
It's all destructible, baby.
Well, come down. Oh, so there's another convenient little door here. To punch
Fossil,
through.
trade for new fashion items at any style shop. Fucking, I called it Mario Odyssey, multiple different fucking currencies. Boom. I didn't fully state that I would think there'd be alternate costumes. However, I don't know, I kind of had a feeling. Yeah, look, Ammonite. 1 out of 61. It's like the purple coins, there's a certain number per level, I suppose. I wonder what costumes there's going to be. Unlike Mario, where he's been in a lot of promotional material over the years, Donkey Kong has had a much sparser history and a much sparser level of love. So I could see costumes being specifically designed to reference part of his past. Like, I could see a King K. Rool costume. But as for ones that are like one-to-one recreations of things Donkey Kong has been in the past, I doubt it. Potentially? Oh, actually, similar to Mario 64, where we got a N64 Mario, I definitely think that the N64 model for Donkey Kong, if not from Donkey Kong 64, then maybe from like Mario Party or something, will be an unlockable costume. Calling it now.
Got a fossil hidden on the other side of it. So yeah, you really have to explore every part of these layers and levels.
There are collectibles hidden everywhere.
And you can see how there's just different shapes and sizes of everything, so it's so great.
Rare design DK, yeah.
And explore it all.
I like
Can we
that.
also just take a moment to appreciate the level design here? Like,
I wanna
the
appreciate the
music
music.
and how many monkeys we can find.
Oh please, yeah. There's so much love
look at
and
that
attention
little
to detail
guy.
all over the
Yeah,
place. Yeah.
absolutely.
See how many things you can track around here that look like monkeys. Speaking of, these two look like monkeys. Hello.
These are actually
Yeah.
salvager monkeys.
Let me say hello.
All right. Don't take kind of the outsiders.
Don't be scared, Doc Rock.
That might be a generalization, Oddrock.
Yeah, we just got here.
We just got here and talked to one monkey. Let's keep an
chill.
open mind.
Maybe arcade design DK. I
So,
dig
Rock
that.
suggested go down there, but before we do that, I actually want to take a look.
Also,
at
yeah, look at this monkey head, monkey head, monkey head.
Actually get a sense of our bearings. If you follow this water spout here in the lagoon layer, if we follow that all the way up, you can actually see that is not the sky at all. We were actually under the seafloor, and that is the ocean slowly dripping down into this layer, which is a pretty clear sign that we're actually deep underground right now.
Oh,
can
look,
see
little
we
monkey
actually
shit.
probably fell through that hole up above, which is where we landed earlier. So this is all an underground layer of the planet, and we're gonna explore and smash as much
Yeah,
as
let's
we
keep
can.
going.
Yeah, let's keep
Yeah.
finding more
Actually,
bananas.
you know what? I want to get down there in style, so I'm gonna.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love
around.
this.
Do
This
some
is so
turf
cool.
surfing.
Turf surfing here.
Turf
Oh yeah,
surf.
look at that.
I want to explore a little.
I like how you can do the fucking Minecraft, like clip your head into a wall to see cool things underground. Like that's just built into the game as a feature whenever the camera goes around the place. But I also like it because then it makes it a little bit less of an RCX to find where the underground caverns are and where the hidden pockets are.
Put some lawns while you're at it.
Yeah, get a little more vanadium gold.
All right.
Yeah, then I'll rip off a chunk. Like again, you can just pretty much pull a chunk out of.
Also, soundtrack wise, I'm really digging this.
Wall, ground.
I'll never get tired of seeing his face like that.
It's pretty much all I've been doing is turf surfing. But
It's easy to switch between the two as well, so I'm gonna use that to go ahead and hit this checkpoint here.
All right.
And
Good
I
luck-
see
good luck, bud.
an ominous sparking block of terrain
Oh, this is
material.
fun. Yeah,
One of my favorite things to do.
we're gonna grab a chunk of this boom rock here, which is what this material is called. Can you guess what it does? Yeah, you can see it crackling with energy. I'm gonna aim at this wall right here.
conveniently
throw.
target.
Pretty much take it out.
Conveniently placed
Yeah.
target.
Oh, and there's a treasure chest. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Again, being rewarded for destroying as much.
Oh dang, okay, so this is the answer to, I remember in Mario Odyssey, the big thing with finding purple coins was that it sucked unless you used the Bowser amiibo. The Bowser amiibo would then point you towards the direction you need. This thing here, the map,
The terrain is possible.
finding maps will then link you towards finding these. I like that.
Yeah. There's another door right there that I could be able to punch through, but you know what? Since we have
Blow
Rock
it up.
convinced,
Let's
I
do
want
it in
to
style.
knock a little harder. Ooh, goodies. Sorry.
I think. Is there something else back there?
Yeah, quick hand
Yeah.
slap to pick up those.
Yeah, we see an
collectibles
opening. Go
there.
down there.
Oh my goodness.
And there you go, another big
Remember,
fucking
you have to eat
banana.
a whole banana at home if you're playing along.
Please don't.
Banana 3.
Very
Man.
good. Oh, I want to
those
take a minute to
water
enjoy DK taking a quick dip here underwater. Hey, you know, it's
Looks
important
wonderful.
to rinse
He's a good
off.
swimmer.
Always wash your fruit, everybody. Yeah, so we can punch her. Ooh,
Okay,
Oh,
yeah, this is... I am definitely sold on this game now. I had a feeling after the presentation, it's like, you know what? It's probably being made by the Mario Odyssey guys. I'll probably enjoy it. Now that I've definitely seen proof that it is Mario Odyssey guys, and now that I've seen gameplay, I think I'm going to have a swell time with this.
Oh.
thought you could get the upper hand on me, huh?
I wonder if that aiming you're going to be able to do with the mouse, because we've seen how easy it is to switch from just using the Joy-Con to using the Joy-Con on its side as mouse during the Metroid Prime 4 bit. So I'm hoping that's the case, because it'd make aiming that bit better.
There we go.
Never.
That ought to do it. I'm going to go back and grab one more chunk of boom rock here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like some stuff we could use again.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Make our way over there.
Actually, you know what? I want to use on the concrete wall, but I
I was
want that
gonna say.
fossil real bad. I'm just going to
There
use that
we
to collect
go.
that
Oh my
really
There's
easily.
a boom rock right there. That's what you
Yeah.
use. Yeah.
And take out
Blow
that
it all
concrete
up?
wall.
Takes
Make
like
it-
concrete
It's
and
a lot
concrete
easier
in
than
one big
using
go.
the stone to chip away at it.
Yeah, and
That's
like-
for sure.
Oh.
You just keep going here. You can really wreak havoc. You can really punch your way through so much of this terrain. Really leave your personal mark on all surrounding environments.
And
it's
it's
I'm gonna
Mario
dig
4
out
when you
so
go
many
all the way around.
penises.
That's just me. I just destroy it all. There's like nothing left.
And it's worth mentioning that the destruction that you're wreaking is lingering. It's persisting.
Yeah, actually, you want to see
Yes.
something pretty cool? If I take a minute here and I go to the map screen, you can actually see all the
Ooh.
destruction we're causing is reflected in real time in the map, which I think is
Wow.
the coolest way to keep track of just how much you're smashing and breaking as you go along. Even that door that I knocked there, you can see through that all the way into where we were. So these fully 3D maps are keeping track of what you're doing. I think that is such a cool touch.
It
That's
really
a very
is.
cool
Yeah.
touch.
There's so much more to destroy.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. We should get
One
to it.
way to make your mark on the world, right?
So, yeah, let's
Make
knock
our
on
way
this
there.
door as well. Take care of that.
Not too shabby.
Thanks, bud. High five.
Wow, you gonna high five him like that too?
I'm gonna grab more boom rock here. Can never get enough boom rock. Really appreciate boom rock. Yeah.
Here we go.
See if I can aim. Take
Wow.
care of
Right in the
this
middle.
Yeah, this just looks like a swell time, honestly.
Thank you.
There's nothing really more for me to add. This just seems like a
I'm gonna go ahead and take care of all
enjoyable
of
game.
Yeah, take care of you too. There you go.
Like,
slap.
That being said, there is going to be a point where I go mad and I try and destroy literally all of the fucking area. Like, I will break every single part that I can just to see how much of a fucking barren wasteland I can leave it, just to see how much I can stress test it. And I guarantee you that during the testing process for this game, there was someone whose job was to destroy every part of a level to see what happens. And I fucking admire that person, because that sounds like one of the most hilarious jobs. Like, oh yeah, what'd you do for work today, fucking John? I just destroyed the entire world. Oh, well, that's fun.
Alright, is there anything
Oh,
else? Oh,
I
let's
see
So,
banana.
yeah, hand slap again is a quick way to get a sense of what's hiding in the terrain around you.
get through that wall.
You can see there's a concrete doorway there that I could punch through with boom rock. I could blow that up if I wanted.
Could do that.
But I like doing things like a Kong, so
You are missing the gold fountain this way, though. I have to point it out.
but I got to my snack faster. So
Yes.
Less effort.
well done. DK. Okay, yeah, let's do some more
Tunneling.
terraforming here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's smash our way through this terrain, see what just waits on the other side of this wall.
A treasure chest.
treasure chest.
How fortuitous.
Punching my way through here. Yeah, you really are free to carve your own path through some of these layers of
Oh,
levels.
I get it.
Exploration and destruction are kind of the same thing in this game, which I really enjoy.
You're making your way through here now.
Just another day in the mines.
And you are getting rewarded for destroying this
I think
train.
I've
as you
struck,
go
I've
through.
struck
There's the
land.
treasure.
Lots of
Hell,
treasure chests and
Get on out of here.
Oh my gosh.
Go.
Oh,
Ah,
so
fresh air. There we go.
all the way
Yeah,
around.
so you can
Man.
see I just dug my way through that entire wall over there. Actually, let me get higher up here and get another sense of our surroundings.
Oh,
That's a
weird
good
fucking
idea.
prism thing down there. Look at that weird, like, pyramid or, whatever it was. That.
Let's see what's awaiting.
Can
Actually,
I
let me go to that
please
over
be
there.
on
Yeah.
this whenever I'm trying to do skipping back? Thank you.
Actually, let me get higher
climb
up
up
here.
there.
And get another sense of our
Look at that. That prism. The fuck is up with that prism?
That's a good idea.
Come up here. Kind of see what's awaiting. I actually want to go to that hill over there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hold on, was that the boop a doop do? Listen closely. I think that might have been a play on it.
Here. Kind of see what's awaiting. I actually want to go to that hill over there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wee.
It's close, but I don't think it was intentional.
What awaits us over in this area?
So
Convenient
much.
path for me to follow. Yeah, there's so much more hiding over here. I'm just on the
The
top
little
part of
crabs.
this layer.
These platforms look like you can't actually touch them until you've activated the prism. Also, hey, Cranky.
Oh, I think I see somebody.
All right,
We're
so now we
visiting over
have
there.
something new.
Oh yeah. On the other side of this shifty stone.
Yeah,
And now
Shifty
it's
Stone
gonna
is
turn
cool. Shifty Stone
Oh.
Named.
turns into
For real.
whatever I throw at it.
Oh.
It is time though, so I better keep moving.
Yeah, it will go away, so you have to be careful. But look who he is.
Hello, Cranky
Hello,
Kong.
Cranky.
Cranky has not been updated design-wise. I find that weird, but cool.
Aw.
Say hi to Cranky here.
You have to exasperate him like that.
It's fun. You know what? He's probably got a big long rant waiting for me, so I don't know that I want to sit through all that right
Yeah,
now.
you know, we
It's
got
okay.
things to
But-
do.
but-
We
but
got
I-
bananas
yeah,
to climb.
I will high five him. Hey, bud. Good to see you, Cranky
You
Kong.
need to be kinder to your elders.
Bye.
So yeah, if Cranky Kong's in the game, then more than likely we'll see Diddy at the very least.
Hey.
All right, so now we can go over here.
Ooh, yeah, I want to check out these pipes.
Yes.
Wow.
Perfect.
Yeah. Like I said, you pretty much leave your mark everywhere you go in this game. Let me hop up here, take a look what's in this reservoir.
Guarantee you there's going to be YouTube challenges trying to see how much of this game you can complete destroying as little as possible. Even though the whole point of the game is you can destroy everything, people will see how little you need to break and how delicate Donkey Kong can be. And that's going to be fun to watch.
Oh,
So you see a
banana.
banana down there, then it's
Yeah.
going to be a good way to get it.
Yeah, so you can see this conveniently placed popper switch. Punch this, I can actually raise it up a little bit.
It's a nice one.
Go ahead.
Get it to in time. Yeah, you got it. All right, great.
Like I said, always watch your fruit. Oh, yeah, I'm getting drenched over here, though. Yeah. Yeah, another quick little chance to just take a quick little swim.
Okay, honestly, I think I'm done
After all.
with this segment for the most part.
Exactly.
It looks like a lot of
Climb my way
fun,
back out of here. Again, DK can climb on most
but
surfaces.
yeah, no, I don't really think I need to see much
Nice.
more.
You know,
Okay, hey, wait.
Are
It
you
activates a
ready
whole
for the
sequence.
Smash challenge?
familiar barrel cannons.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah, it's time.
You have to
so
destroy all those in the
you'll
time
have to
limit. Okay.
really
Yeah, let's see. Go, go, DK, go,
You got
go,
it, you got
go,
it, you
go,
got
Be
it.
go,
precise
go,
about
go,
it.
go.
You
There.
did it!
Ah, so I
Here.
cleared all of that.
And does a banana appear? It does
Toss up
indeed.
Yet another banana for me to enjoy.
This would be a lot of bananas if people are eating at home, just saying.
Listen, are you a DK fan or are you a DK fan?
There you go. Shifty Smash atop the pipes. It's even got the naming conventions of the Super Mario Odyssey fucking moons, because it's like, oh look, it's Shifty Thing atop the pipes. Thus we'll see another Shifty Thing. Actually, we already saw another Shifty Switch. Over yonder will be Shifty Thing on this area. And then in other locations on other levels, we'll also see that.
Getting our potential.
Look at above it. Yeah.
Breaking into
go
the
down this
pipe. Hell
you're
yeah.
gonna find
Another banana.
bananas are. You really got to explore every nook.
Beautiful.
It's pretty sad where we came.
Some.
But yeah, no, I really like this. It's a really, really
Pick up more fossils.
just fun, great looking game. It's a new thing for the Mario Odyssey team. The Mario Odyssey team are phenomenal.
over here.
I'm
I
loving these
actually,
weird squid
find
guys.
This strange portal here. Can't seem to punch through it, but just as we have done earlier in that earlier segment, by making music with the help of Odd Rock, we can unblock that ceiling tape. Head into this
And this is going to be the
challenge course.
sub-level things. Is this where the 2D segment
This
happens?
is a really cool part.
This is fun, and there are challenge courses like this spread
Challenge
out
course.
all over the layer, and each one is a little bit different.
Super Mario Odyssey again.
Different and requires a little bit different skills and
It's
abilities.
yeah, for the most part, you can't destroy it.
Myself a beer. Let's
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh god, roof climbing's back from Mario 64.
Which is familiar for DK.
Gotta be careful. Ooh, okay. Phew, I thought
Yeah.
It's
you
all
missed.
about
Look out below.
timing.
Yeah. Go ahead and get these collectibles here. More Banadium. gold.
Timing or punching?
Oh.
Wow. That was.
Careful, it's
That
a long way
was-
down.
Yeah.
We've been infinity way down. I
Look
actually
out.
think so.
Oh my gosh.
Get out of here.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah,
alright.
very Mario Odyssey-esque. Very,
This first banana in this area
very Mario Odyssey-esque.
is in.
Red balloon, float back without taking any damage. That's the red balloons. They're only in this.
So there
Which is great.
crates really quickly.
Oh, and a balloon. So
Yep.
now if you fall.
Actually, it's probably not only in this area. You probably just can't find them, and they just haven't found any yet.
My banana. Every frothing it.
That. And we're making our way back. Here we are.
And only 2 of 3 were revealed, though. So it's
Hope
left
you
at
can track
blank.
at home how many things are cleverly designed like monkey-themed objects in this layering.
Back.
Follow me.
Love those weird fuck ugly squids as well, can I just say. They are weird and ugly.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah, fixed worsters. So once again, kind of like Bowser in Mario Odyssey, these guys are causing fucking issues in every area.
Fun shiny.
They really do.
Okay, so here's a crocoid. You saw that first trio of bananas we got was called First Crocoid Crack. This is another example of a crocoid enemy. First, I want to get this guy out of here. Get away.
Looks like he's wearing concrete on the outside.
Yeah, so hard to destroy. It looks
You're not
like.
going to be able to punch him.
Haha.
I'm not sure the mud's going to do
Oh.
much, or sand is going to
Yeah.
do much
So I'm
either.
not
Way
gonna be-
down. It's way down.
Since he's made of concrete, I can't really make a dent myself, so
However.
I'm gonna have to rely on.
Oh.
Oh no, that could have been really bad.
Oh.
Hey, bud.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a cool skeleton.
Take care of him
Still
real quick.
there.
He's a cool fucking golden skeleton. Hell yeah. Oh, that's an awesome design.
A good whack. Whack. Medium gem. I want.
Very
so,
great.
Keep working your way down.
Correct.
Find a void stake. Smash
Okay.
that void stake,
That-
and then keep progressing.
keep moving on
further
down.
on the course here.
Wow, so then that's like the next area of the game in a sense.
That
Very interesting.
was again.
Very interesting. He passes another banana. Comedy gold. Mario Galaxy, hell yeah. Splatoon.
Much clearer, the resolution.
Oh, look, it's exactly how I forsooth it in the direct fucking bingo sheet.
It's the Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Yeah, it does look way clearer.
So
Yeah.
I can obviously recognize this scene.
Oh my god, look at that.
It is, and kind of emotional. We're coming up to the edge here, and we're going to look out over the horizon.
It's a very iconic moment in Breath of the Wild.
So much higher fidelity.
See the textures and how much
Yeah,
crisper
the detail,
and
like the
cleaner
trees
it
in the
looks.
horizon, you can see like there's more detail,
Yeah, you
and
can
even in the
see
forest
so
close
far.
up.
I mean, even looking at the definition on the cliff where Link is standing, it's
And the lighting as well.
breathtaking. Of the wild.
Good
taking.
You can see it.
And here you can see
Wow.
the little, each individual raindrop.
Yeah,
has
the
its own
texture of
puddle
the rain.
here. It's really
Yeah,
And
no,
Link's-
that's a
Link's adorable.
technical marvel. You know, it's very
Yeah,
impressive.
this is something that are quite
Yeah.
a bit faster on the
Look at
Nintendo
that.
Switch
yeah.
2
Look
edition.
at, here's
so-
a quick
Immediately
comparison
apparent.
side by side.
And yet, despite all that, I think that we're gonna see that the fucking teleport is gonna be like 3 seconds.
It's a
Oh
race.
my god, look at that.
Who will win?
It's not close.
Look
No
at
competition.
that.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Into like lots of things to animate, lots of Koroks popping in and out, the mist and the flies dancing in the sunbeams and everything. And the Nintendo Switch 2 handles it amazingly. It's super smooth.
Yeah. And looking on the right, it's fucking jittering like a motherfucker, like this area always did.
Frame rate is
Mm.
extremely
No,
visible.
you're not gonna grab it? Okay. Maybe later.
Just go for a walk in the woods.
Okay, just
Yeah,
slashing around.
frame rate is
Pull out
leagues
the
better.
frames.
There's still definitely slowdown in the area
Smooth.
on the Switch 2, but it's far less noticeable
I actually
slowdown.
cannot wait to do that in
Like, yeah, know that this is This is leagues better.
Use a Nintendo
Just a little bit.
Japan. Why? Right, so we're gonna be landing here. Beautiful.
And then
temple
here's
carved in the
fucking
crystals.
Tears of the Kingdom.
But we're not gonna stay here. I'm gonna go
We're not
ahead.
here for long.
Yeah, we're not here for long. I'm
We got
gonna go ahead
places
and
to
put
go.
on my glide suit because we're gonna go skydiving
Looking
here.
super sharp there. We got to see that mask.
Oh yeah, you'll see it. Here we go. So I'm actually gonna jump and go directly into that chasm down there, from
It's a
the
long
sky
fall.
Yeah.
into the depths in one go.
Wow.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna do a really quick rundown.
That being said, you can see all the way over to this area and see how like it's minimally textured
Just what we're gonna be touching
from
on
this
in
far of a
Zelda
distance.
notes. So we're gonna be speaking to the voice memory.
But then you look at this. You look at this. Oh.
My play data, global play
That's
data,
looking good.
daily bonus, photo studio, item sharing, and auto build sharing. So almost every.
A lot.
almost
There's a lot
every-
to
no,
cover.
Yeah, we've got a
Okay,
lot
they're gonna go into the phone app stuff. That's good
of
to know.
grounds to cover.
And if you missed that in the direct, Zelda Notes is a service that's part of the Nintendo Switch app, and it's designed to be used with both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, the Nintendo Switch
both of
2
them.
edition.
Yep, that's right.
I'm just gonna speed up down this chasm here.
Woo! Oh my goodness.
And look at that, we are
Wow.
already
The glide
here.
suit helps a lot for that landing.
It's
And the
beautiful.
transition was super fast.
So fast, so smooth. It just feels really good. Everything.
Fast and smooth, unlike in the original where sometimes if you were going too fast down, you would have to experience a load screen. So yeah, well done.
Everything feels like the controls are reacting quicker. It's very intuitive.
All
All right.
so let's hop into Zelda Notes. Let's take a look at some of these features. We're going to start with navigation here.
Simultaneous.
So if you look at the app screen. This is the home screen. Again, this is within the Nintendo Switch app. So we see navigation at the top in the middle there. So I'm going to tap that and open it up. We're down in the depths, so I'm going to hop down there. So this is basically like your own personal Hyrule
And what is so
GPS.
interesting
So
here
we got our categories of different points of interest here. You see
is
we've
that
got-
it is, well, not quite one-to-one. There is most certainly a link here where how much Link is moving will actually dictate where on the minimap you appear. This I find fascinating, and this is actually a point my father brought up to me, was the idea that you could have a second screen experience provided through the use of a mobile device. Nintendo has a very basic connectivity going on between this and this. If they were to have a higher amount of connectivity, you could almost definitely run, on a lot of modern mobile phones today, a even a minimal 720p screen down here. So if you wanted to make, for example, a Wii U port of I don't know, Wind Waker, where you've got the menu, you can actually put the menu down into here. Of course, you can instead do what I had suggested previously with the Switch 2, simply casting its device to the screen, having it work like a Wii U gamepad. But if not that, you can have it work through phones, or you can have like a wee clip on top of the oh, I'm tired. On top of the Joy-Con or Pro Controller to then attach this to work as that kind of screen. And of course, most phones will have touchscreen implemented into them, so it's also a touchscreen device. So yeah, I could very well see phones being a feature in a sense of Nintendo's use of dual screens.
Many.
There's a ton. We got locations here.
Though also the game sharing thing has already shown that Nintendo wouldn't be opposed to like, oh look, you can now use your Nintendo Switch 1 as a Nintendo Switch 2 fucking Wii U gamepad. Isn't that awesome?
We got shrines, towers, villages, buildings, all kinds of stuff. What we're interested in right now is enemies. So we decided we were going to go on a frox hunting expedition here. So we've got froxes selected here. And what that's going to do is it's going to highlight the location of every single
Various
frox
froxes,
on
yeah,
the map.
Look at that.
And we can see this.
Huh. Huh. Okay, well, that would make 100%ing this game way less of a pain in the dick.
Quite a few.
There's
Not
one pretty
too
close to
far
us.
from here, right there. So I'm going to highlight this one.
Also see how Link's location is updating in real time.
Yeah, that's right.
As
On
I
the
Well, not quite
every
real
couple
time
seconds,
and
you get
roughly
like
real
an
time.
update. I'm going to activate the voice guidance. So that is going to guide us
Guidance
to that frox
activated.
in
Proceed
real time.
southwest.
All right, so you're gonna head southwest.
Southwest. Okay. This is southwest. This direction. All right.
And the navigation is a great feature if you're if you're like me. Confession time. I have not finished my own personal playthrough of Tears of the Kingdom because I've been having trouble deciding like how close to 100% I want to get. And now that this service is available, I am going to make full use of it and jump in there and do all the stuff that I've been like waiting to do. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'll go for 100% core.
Okay, yeah, I get the general gist. You can use the phone app to cheat your way to find things. Daily bonus.
Exchange. You can see Kay. I'm on Kay's phone here on the screen up at the top. This is Kay's item box right here. She's got a few things in there. And then we're going to go over to my item box. So this, Kay and I are friends on here. We've connected, we've shared our item boxes with each other. So we each have access, like free access to each other's item boxes.
Which I could rescind if I don't like what he made.
Oh.
Please don't.
Wow.
Oh, okay, right. So you can like share items between friends.
I also have a milk.
Great. Okay. Well, that just is going to create an environment of fucking scalping and item duplication and item cheating. That can then be sold so people can complete this game easier.
And anything that's been sent from this service, from the Zelda notes, just appears.
Hey, look at that! Fucking Japanese text.
In your
Hilarious.
phone. So now
Because
I
it's not a
have-
fully finished, complete feature yet. And then daily bonus as well is another interesting thing where
All right.
I just assume you get a random chunk of
Go
items.
ahead and click.
Well, actually, right now, these are status effect looking things. Like, that is heat resistance, that's just your stamina, that's just your speed, and that's probably the yellow hearts.
Well, you know,
Okay, take your time. No, take your time. Take your time.
my own.
No, no, you're going so fast. You're doing so good.
Go ahead.
I've noticed that the item sharing, like, all three players did have a Breath of the Wild, or, sorry, Tears of the Kingdom themed profile picture. That's probably just for the purposes of this, though, and that is not a requirement or, like, a thing where you have to make your own custom one.
So I'm going to tap that to start. And we're going to get a random effect.
Let's go
The
gambling!
same kind of effects that you would get from eating a meal in the game. So I'm going to stop it. What do you want me to get for you?
Well, I would really love something with gloom resistance.
Gloom resistance.
that
All right,
would-
here we go. Big money, big money, big
Yeah,
money.
if you
right?
can get it. If you can get it.
Warning meal.
Are you hungry?
Yes.
Getting
Gloom
a warning
resistance. We
meal.
got it.
Yeah. Oh, you got gloom
Nice.
resistance.
All
Okay.
right.
Well, just want to point out that that was completely random.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Glorious battle.
Nice.
All right.
And then
Okay, that's neat. I thought it would have been, like, items instead of, specifically effects, but that's also kind of cool. Amiibo, I suppose, you can scan and then, I don't know, see the effects of them. That's...
All right. Yeah.
Auto-build sharing is long overdue. I'm surprised it wasn't implemented previously. Global play data is very interesting, and I suspect people who hate this game will be able to use it very, very well to mock things further, to show off parts of the area that hasn't ever been explored, or sorry, haven't ever been explored, or, I don't know, all sorts of weird things can be shown off.
Section. How many materials you've collected, enemies defeated.
That's fucking cool, actually. That's a really fucking cool
No.
wiggly worm thing someone made.
Play data, for example, distance traveled, like how your own distance travel stacks up to other people.
Oh, what?
Obviously, this is
Oh, by area. Good. By area is going to be a fun one to look at.
yeah.
Because, like, I would love looking at,
Fascinating.
stats by like
Oh.
area on the map, which is fascinating.
oh, that's not a cool area on the map. That wasn't as much as I was expecting. I want to see, like, a global kind of thing
And I want
of what is the most commonly seen.
boom.
Woo.
We're here already.
Let's see how long that load time was.
Because we're going all the way.
10
We're
seconds.
going all the
Up
way
to the
from the
surface.
depths up to the surface. Exactly. Boom.
Yeah,
We're
Dynabyte's
here
10-second wait time still.
That was so fast.
So fast.
Nice view.
Way faster, but still
Check
not the
things out
best.
Before he decides to commit.
Looks safe.
Yeah, it looks safe except for the big fucking dragon right behind you.
We've got a friend over here.
Yes, we do.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna climb up here and I'm gonna take a quick selfie because who doesn't want to
The
take
photo mode, yeah.
Here we
Yeah. Okay. So
of
let's go.
and you can see the selfie I just took. And
Photo studio?
Use selection mode to up in photo.
Okay, and then it sends here, and then you can edit.
Should we do one?
Ah, okay.
Little logos. Let's one of these for your item box or to a particular city that you were.
Okay, that's cool. You can take pictures, schematic, see if it's the image, and then fucking share, right? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
From here.
And then you can, I don't know, implement it straight to the game through a scanning.
Camera.
Scan use camera, scanning using image. Fuck yeah, okay.
There.
Yeah, cool. You can share your cool creations. That's very neat. Maybe it's a bit couple years too late. But I don't know. It's cool enough. It's cool enough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
set navigation up for the little.
And
That is a horrifying device, can I just say? Whoever made that is
so as you
evil.
saw the question mark emoji, so that's what I did different between them and well,
Like, I'm sorry, but the famous bike thing covered in meat is just, I don't know who thought of that, but they are a horrible person. And hold on, I'm sorry, what was that?
South of here and close.
Question mark.
Your destination. There are several ancient texts and works of literature that speak of the Temple of Time by name, but all of them describe a structure that differs in design from the one we see today. Hyrule's history is long, and this discrepancy is one of the unsolved mysteries of our land.
Even though it's called something from the previous Zelda games, the developers didn't bother to actually make it look like things from those games. This discrepancy, we didn't give a flying fuck about. Yeah, okay. So I suppose this is the new bulk of the content. Is more of this poor fucking voice actress's performance being thrown all over the place. It's cool additional bits of lore, I suppose, but like... people have a big distaste for this actress, so... You gotta move on? She's done speaking.
Okay, so that was
Alright.
the
Yeah.
Zelda voice memory.
that was it.
I love
Alright.
it. It's just gives so much to like look forward to and discover. And if you look at the map now,
Yeah.
you can just see how
You
many.
said there were a lot of
these
them, and we can
there
zoom
are
out
in
on the map. They're all over.
Fuck. Okay. That's a fair amount. Okay. So I guess this new fucking thing has a new batch of silly collectibles. How silly, a bunch of silly collectibles. Okay, it's kind of cool. It'll add more lore to the game, but I have a real distrust for the writers of Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. I don't think they're fully competent. I don't think they fully think things out. So while this could be really good for giving Zelda more of a character and possibly even Link, more than likely that won't be the case. And what's happened is the Japanese version of all that dialogue will be really fucking good, but the English version will be garbage and translated poorly. Because all I've seen about the translation for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is that the fuckers doing it were incompetent, and that you are better off getting your game translated by the European Nintendo team. Yeah, that's cool.
Go back to your old game and go find these all with
Absolutely.
the.
Yeah, so it's... Actually, what am I getting next?
That's up next. Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. So stick around.
You're showing GameCube games. Fuck off. You're staring into my soul. This guy's scaring me. You are a scary, scary fucking guy. That... Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but that is a death stare and a half. Okay, yeah, GameCube games next. Cool, we might then see one more big thing like Mario Kart. That's neat. That is substantial enough new content to Tears of the Kingdom, I suppose. It's kind of like the Stanley Parable 2, where they added in the fucking bucket. Or sorry, yeah, you know, it's kind of 2. Yeah, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, where they added in the bucket, and holding the bucket gives you whole new dialogue. It's the exact same layout, it's exact same, like, split paths, but literally every single dialogue line was changed to now involve the bucket. So it's new content, but in a piss-takey way. But unlike fucking Stanley Parable, where it was genuinely taking the piss of like, oh, you know, I could add thousands of hours of new content by just reading the fucking dictionary. Now we've got a literal version of that. So I do adore how the Stanley Parable predicted some dumb fuck adding in tons of new content by just adding in someone reading a bunch of words from a script. GameCube NSO is not a necessity to show off, honestly. Like, it's fucking GameCube games, you know? I get it. You're gonna play Wind Waker, then you're gonna play F-Zero GX, and it's gonna be like, oh, wow. Look, it's the GameCube games.
Experiences together that.
Oh, wait, no, this is... Okay, this is actually cool.
It's using game chat.
Just kidding, it's just game chat.
You guys
This is a great game to show game chat for, though, I will say. Using a game that was... Not even couch co-op. Like, this was fucking 4 people, 4 GBAs, multiple link cables. And this is a perfect example.
Absolutely. I'm so ready.
But, like, the frame rate is fucking garbage. Not for the... This is interesting. They've prioritized the frame rate of the people being really good and being...
We're each controlling a different colored link, trying to...
Like, the frame rate of this is far higher than the actual screens, because if you look at the screens, they're quite laggy. Like, that one's not smooth, but that's fair. That's justifiable, because this is the main screen, so that should be smooth. But then these 3...
Once anyone finds the
not
exit,
great.
let us know.
But yeah, 4 swords is a very cool way of showing it off.
This looks pretty gnarly there, Dimitri.
And now I've got people playing a bunch of different things. We've got Mario Kart World footage. Ooh. Wario Land 4. We've got Wario Land, Metroid Zero Mission, and Link to the Past. Is this the original Link to the Past, or is this the fucking, GBA port, though?
Excuse to play more Mario Kart World. I'm gonna hop in right now.
Brum, ding. Okay, let me listen to sound effects again.
And I'm gonna jump back into The Legend of Zelda, but I'll play a little bit of Link to the Past solo.
Say no more, Corey. I'll take any excuse to play more Mario Kart World. I'm gonna hop in right now.
Okay, I think the sound effects we were hearing were from this guy mostly. I was trying to hear UI changes. We've already seen the UI get leaked a wee bit. It seems to mostly be the same thing, which is a bit disappointing in some ways, but, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I suppose. I'm just hoping for more customizability.
Now I'm gonna play some Metroid Zero Mission.
Demetrius, you jumped into that game so quickly. Nice.
Yeah, Demetrius immediately jumping to fucking the Mario Kart. A man after my heart, clearly, because, like, honestly, dude, same.
What game are you playing?
So we've got this weird thing showing, like, all the different locales.
Oh, nice.
It's a title screen sequence, okay. And that's Bowser driving around, specifically the track that is fucking 1, 2, 3, and 4. From the Super Nintendo Mario Circuit 1, 2, 3. Single player, multiplayer. Yeah, single player, only one driver. Multiplayer will probably be like 2, 3, 4. Online play, 2, 3, 4. Wireless play as well. Wireless play, connect across multiple systems. You probably will only need to have one Nintendo Switch 2 for that. It might bring back download play in that sense. Then we've got these. One of these is probably settings. Don't know, and don't know.
Good choice, Kay.
Like, let's play close attention to this guy.
You know,
Demetrius, if you need some help,
Why are you playing as Bowser immediately? What? Whoa, okay, he just fucking loaded up the game. And, like, the background footage just instantly became playable. Oh, wow, so, like, you just pick it up and you're already playing. Huh. That is weird. That is so weird. I dig it, but, like...
Nintendo game chat on Nintendo Switch.
GameCube with the GameCube controllers. Is there even any 2-player ones on there already? Like, I know that there's a... Oh, great. Screenshot. And add friends with QR code. Is that what you're just about to say? Okay, then let's go back. But before any of that happens, I'm going to quickly say... yeah, is there any fucking multiplayer games you could really play with each other? F-Zero, does that have split screen? Soul Calibur, sorry, does that have anything? Very weird, very weird.
Of the Nintendo Switch app, there will be an ability to add friends with QR codes. So Demetrius and I right now are not friends, but Demetrius, will you?
Also, I fucking dig this guy, his little Koopa pin.
As a quick demonstration, we've each got the Nintendo Switch app on our device, and I'm going to display a QR code on my screen, and we'll see if Demetrius wants to scan. You might have to just zoom out a tad.
Send friend request. Neato.
Chris sent me one
So much less stupid way of
your images and videos from your album can be automatically within the app on your smart device, which just makes things like sharing to social media all the more convenient. So looking forward to that feature. It will basically save the latest 100 screenshots or videos to the Nintendo Switch app.
perfect. Most recent 100. That is really, really good. It circumvents the need for the integration that you see in Twitter as well, because that was one really annoying thing that Nintendo ended up giving up on due to the price changes of having an API. So it's good that there's now a way easier way to have the images that you're taking, have the videos that you're taking for your reactions and whatnot, and then being able to display them online completely fine. Wherever you want as well.
That said, maybe a quick hit on parental controls. Not sure how much of our audience today might want to use that, but we've got a couple of great videos that were released on YouTube yesterday, as well as our official website, Nintendo.com.
I'm probably going to check around the website after the stream, because there's a lot of things that I believe have been added about. A lot of videos have been put up as well. Here you go, here's something. So yeah, since the inception, the original version of NSO really fucking stunk, as did the original NSO expansion pass, but looking at things now, you will get Super Nintendo games, NES games, fucking Game Boy games, which, you know, 150 plus titles, not bad, not bad. Online play, save data cloud, Nintendo Music, which is just okay, but still, access to F-Zero 99, Tetris 99, and Pac-Man 99 while that was still running, and Mario 35 while that's still running. Pretty damn cool, and then game chat, I don't really care about, but, you know, that's neat. And then all of this for the expansion pass. Game Boy Advance, Nintendo 64, Sega Genesis is also included, but yeah, access Sega Genesis Classics. They haven't actually included the controller up here, because, you know, it's kind of a weird, gross, extra thing. And then access select DLCs. Nintendo Switch GameCube, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition upgrade packs. Yes, so this is something I found out from reading the other day, if you remember on stream. Certain games will be getting a free upgrade if you have NSO Plus. Other ones won't, but some do.
Briefly as well. There's a lot to Nintendo Switch Online. It's hard to believe it's been multiple years since Nintendo Switch Online launched.
Yeah, like 7.
A lot added since its
6.
launch. So wanted to just give a quick shout out and a reminder to what's available with a Nintendo Switch Online membership. So a lot of text on the screen right now, but to summarize, on the left, if you've got sources such as Super NES, Game Boy games, Save Data Cloud, you've heard that during interstitials in between sessions.
He's just doing what I just did.
Tetris 99 some as well. So that's all kind of that basic plus expansion pack membership. You get all of that. And then the recent segment we just saw with The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. If you own the base games of those already, you will get access to those upgrade packs at no additional cost. And then last but not least, we mentioned it, but Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics.
Okay, so they did not specify more.
2001, when Nintendo GameCube launched, and
So are we ending things on... Yeah, this is a piss fucking poor initial lineup, can I just say. GBA was also disgusting, but that had like double the number. You look at this, and it's like, okay, Big Zelda, sure, that's a good thing to have initially. F-Zero GX, also a really good thing to have initially. And then you fucking shit the bed with Soul Calibur 2. Mind you, Bandai Namco, you know, is showing a game that's not entirely Nintendo owned, which is something, but still. And like fucking Mario Strikers is good, you know, the original especially. Is that multiple Birdos? Weird. But like, you know, fucking Mario Party. Alright? One of the Mario Sports with the fun intros. Fucking... yeah, actually, one of those at launch would have sucked as well. Yeah. Truth be told, there's nothing too great you could have put here instead, but looking at what's coming in the immediate months, I think it would have been better if you had Wind Waker, GX, then Chibi Robo, and then keep Soul Calibur as the Bandai Namco game. I very well could see... God, what is it? Sonic... Not Generations, that's the newer one. Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Or is it just 2 Deluxe that was on the GameCube? Whatever the GameCube Sonic Adventure was and like Sonic Heroes, I can see that being added here because Sega Genesis game's already on here. GameCube emulation, it seems like a match made in heaven. Settings? Oh man. CRT filter, I like that, but you already had that before. I would have really appreciated more options. The options are a bit too bare bones for my tastes. Yeah, a little bit. Can I not turn this horseshit off? Because like certain games have widescreen during the GameCube era. I distinctly remember certain games having widescreen, so I would love if this could be fucking turned off. I don't know. I just don't dig Wind Waker. By that I mean I played it for quite literally 30 seconds and fucking hated the camera controls and never played it again. So like I really should give it a proper try. This is widescreen. Widescreen, no fuck ugly fucking logos in the top left.
I'm gonna demand something, Demetrius. Before you get into a race, I want you to go to Pilot Profiles. I have to hear Captain Falcon's theme song. Okay. There are so many racers to unlock in this game, and all of them have a theme song.
There you go.
Yes, this is the early 2000s.
Sex. Male.
Everyone please stand, rise, all rise. Yeah, salute your captain.
Okay, now I go into settings. Widescreen. Boom, baby.
All 7 people use this option.
All 7 people with a widescreen TV.
But I'm thankful they put it in because now we can reap the benefits in the year 2025.
It's not magic tricks in modern day. That was actually there in the original.
Okay, I'm gonna challenge myself.
Okay, great. Very great. I'm just... I get the general idea. I'm gonna skip to the end to see if they announce what the tomorrow one is, because there's another one of these tomorrow. Very interesting. We're probably gonna see more Mario Kart. We could see it being online gameplay. We already saw a little bit of that. Could be they go into the single player more, but at the same time I don't think they'll want to reveal too much ahead of the Direct. Alternatively, we could see titles such as probably more Metroid Prime, showing more of the area I've already seen that's all like really grassy. Yeah, no, definitely more Metroid Prime. Rhythm Heaven has a slight chance, but I don't fully think so. I really don't see what they could talk about in tomorrow's Nintendo Treehouse, so I might stick around for that. But truth be told, what made this one even palatable to watch at all was the fact I could pause and I could skip ahead. Because, like, you know, as I saw with the Mario Kart, I was pausing to examine things. If we get more Mario Kart footage, I'm going to need to do that again. And I don't really want to be doing that during a live stream because then I fall behind. So I might just do another one of these tomorrow in the same kind of way. But it all depends on what they can show off, because they kind of showed off everything here. So, like, if tomorrow's presentation is third parties, fuck that noise.
Certainly, in story mode. These games also have a higher resolution and faster loading time than the original titles. And we didn't show it here, but of course, this game, just like any other game on Nintendo Switch 2 that's playable, will support game chat. Yes. So, thank you guys for letting us show off some great titles coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We are actually going to sign off for today. We've got more Nintendo Treehouse Live tomorrow with Nintendo Switch 2, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. So hope you tune in, and thank you again for watching.
You're not going to say what's going to be on tomorrow? Bugger. Okay, well, that was another 3-hour-long live stream. A much less exciting one, but still one nonetheless, and one at a ridiculously late time. Out of everything shown, the Mario Kart I was feeling really happy about, and I feel even happier about. I feel really, really excited for it. The Donkey Kong game I was a bit more apprehensive to, because it's not my funny Mario guy, but it's being made by the Mario Odyssey team, who I think are really talented in terms of making just a very fun fucking game. And there's a lot of the blueprint of what Mario Odyssey had laid before it, but really, really built upon. So I definitely think that it is, in a sense, Mario Odyssey 2, as just in like a fucking Undertale to Deltarune sense, where it's more so building off of the ideas laid by one and fully creating a proper good gameplay experience out of it. So fingers crossed the Donkey Kong game ends up better than Mario Odyssey, which is crazy to say because Mario Odyssey was the big fucking game that got me into really doing this gaming news shite and paying attention to it. But yeah, I don't know. It was interesting seeing everything. Very, very neat. Very neat presentation. I'm gonna go take a piss and then go to bed. And then stick around. I might pop into the one tomorrow, but it really does depend, because if they start talking third parties, then I am gone, alright? I already stretched my patience with things. God, like, tomorrow we could see Mario Party. There's multiple modes to Mario Party, so that could take up, like, the Mario Kart slots that were in this one, where it takes up a good chunk of this. There's also Kirby has those new sets of levels, so I think that has a chance to appear. That's about all I can really think of, though. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But my brain's fried. That was a very long thing to sit through. I mean, come on, 4 hours and 30 minutes. Sure, I was skipping through chunks of it, but yeah, I did my fair share. That's me signing off. I was thinking maybe initially creating some sort of, like, shortened down version of this, but this is far too much footage for me to get through, so hell no. But I might try still do a direct, switch to direct reaction highlight reel. I don't know.